Welcome to Care Madam Sanyang, Bottom Sweden. This is another Care Finder masterpiece. Let me take you through it. The first thing that really blew my mind about this house is the crafted seating area just around the car garage. Amazing. And the door is soundproof and transparent. Alright man, I can't wait to see the rest of it. And now we inside. Look at the living room and how spacious it is. Care Finder, y'all always outdoing yourself. And we now at the kitchen area, and you can see me doing my flexibilities and the drawers are so spacious, and then they have a gas cooker. What else to see? Let's go. Now we in the guest room. Look at how big this guest room is. Super big and nicely decorated. And they have a guest bathroom as well. Man, I can't wait to see the master bedroom. Okay, here we go. We in the master bedroom. Look at how big and spacious this is. And look at how big and spacious the master bathroom is as well. Care Finder, man, you guys are always doing it right. And now let me take you outside a little bit. Let me check my swagger up in this. You can tell I'm killing it on the runway. So now let me take you at the back. They have a swimming pool. My God, look at how spacious this swimming pool is. I can't wait to really jump inside, to be honest. And they have a Bantaba sitting area as well, so you can just chill and have a good time with family and friends. And then they have swings for children or couples. This is the right spot, trust me. And this house is just next to Care Madam Seka. Up your sleeves for our next gated community. What is this gated community gonna look like? Because Care Finder, they always coming up with this special, amazing stuff that we don't even think about. So I really cannot wait for it. So in case you're interested, you can just call 417-2215 for more information. And disclaimer, this property is not for sale. Has an owner and not open for viewing. Care Finder is here for you.
Nothing won't APS letter. Ndemu APS letter. APS Gambia lemu APS. Cartoon APS is 100% Gambian.
Bari nyati mwete kufuri mbala kentala di. Ke nyati mbondari taba futuola. At least it ya fonte ko APS nyunkullo balbiji. Imo fon fonya fon ka fonyo ko ibina do ibodo ko APS jam fane mo fana fonya nyati mbo. Yo mi fo enda sija. Ndanga moyo ko APS wallet isa kodo kino min tata fo wuli muan ime charge fenna wala nta sindija
ako nyati mbo nkoy ko kabo transito katawula fo wuli muan ite fenne dola womu zero filete bitun kabo wo 20,000 la ka sele sal eke tamuna eke charge mun fa abuka fensi 1% da malam lati
wota yara gabe no be nyanta wula kana APS wala tele mo baylo ko kodo ki ibadi ngol
yajale ni APS kabrin nan credit ko to bari men ko mayata be wala fa mo kas pawat ni suto be during suto be dibining abe tema biti ko sonda ila APS mobile lo sika ni asika to ya safe da men ko fen ko atondi nawek ha ni oto jeje nyamen do tachi ama ni ama do abanta ila kas power isa hawasima ajibe free joriti
wata mbade ngamye no albesito wulle fisiyata alna leta APS wallet yela lam baylo kon APS wallet nyaata doro bari kodo nim fata do so kon to
ni be fono le mol nyaala jam nim fata do so kon ba fole
basiti jembita ndo register jede kadu sa APS 100% namum
APS 100%
APS
Gambia 100%.
assalamu alaikum bari ngol ngali konton kale bismillah ko reke momo be kerfaatu jibe kanjin temben ala di grand bantaba programme mutanale ne min kanale arjuma ni wato sita nga mol be bismillah nyim programme to mol mi alon ko walle ka noma na youtube ani na facebook mba fulale ko ala baraka bake ale nyim programme warandi nyamen ala baraka bake ba fula mo be ko milba jibe kan youtube al subscribe na youtube channel ola kon ka fo nyamen donc subscription is free of charge fen ita kodo jola oto ebe min mala don subscription botino ma ba jela wobe of course wobe ma ko la bakela nga fengo fen kijete daitra mo folol kono mil ba jela milbe facebook fanan al mol follow bari al style sen mole very important mol mi alon ko le ka jibe facebook ba jela wobe mol ma ko la bakela na dokul to mi alon ko be wala ke kan of course mi la nyim programme face ka sembentu andi wala compagnie nyontangol timi alon ke be Gambia banko kanjang ker fayda moli elon korda wafo la bari APS lem nyontangoti ni nata kodi ki wala Gambia banko kanjang molma nyoso so wala na APS wallet fintita nang pour ka dahandiro ke Gambia dingol la saying dol ka ke nyame e kal charge nal ka cash power sang nal ka credit ko sang bantale Gambia banko kanjang albe min kala don nale nyin abo download sama keta nyaaw nya suto ibe tara siring ele bun kono yela cash power sang ya dundi watara ime mira pour kata nawek wala kata dula do ando min diata je wala nyinti ko is free of charge ite fen jola je credit ko fanang is the same thing ibe credit ko sanal is free of charge ite fen jola je ando nyimu abol timi alon ko isa use no ye kodoki science teng natara itela molbe bolon kon le walla be of course kiang le walla badibu walla la Gambia banko kanjang ninyi abo be bulu be kodoki le abe ando nyimu fenneti mi alon ko atariata bakele within a second isa kino ay futa walla ando nitara kodo nyim fananta e bukalo je bayringela dokulal mo molleti mi alon ko la timino diata bakele well ka kodoki mune adiendi baki fang with APS isi kodo kino kabo dala sila katafu wuli mo nyongol well ite charge la hani fenna wol ni mu fenne dimi alon ko APS da male baki kan so wala na mo jamalu sayngi be APS la yus kan Gambia banko kan jang alfana APS abo download bi aliya commencer ka use ker fa ndaka korda wa foleke Gambia jang to lam nyontangol te wala tinna ni mo bal milialon ko lebe Gambia jang ni Gambia bantala ni lafta korda sanna Gambia jang e ka ker fa ndale contact ali tol faran contact ela nomba be tarabari kan screeno dumale janning nyum programme be banna ali tol faran contact ye kene ken songol sodele mi alon ko ka wafi ale ye korda lorim bandingol sodele mi alon ko ka wafi ale mi alon ko lotale fa pareda bari ka loro fanan kele natara kene ken songole bebulu mi sitano ker fanda be loro kele wato la mi alon ko te lafta e bang wo wato la andi be la korda chabo dile la ngetendu ke jey bake ali la no mota screen o duma jannim programme o nyimbe banna mutanale ne aning another grand bantaba ñane welcome.
Thank you bu baax jërëjëf dina jaajëfal rek kontaante ak mbégte ñëwaat fii nii beneen ajuma rek di jaajëfal suma càmmiñ tey moom bàyyoo fi nekk
waaw
Sonko ba
Sonko Gambia
Sonko Gambia waaw di dalal suñ gan bi ak guest panelist bi xam naa suma brother bi moom Bojang Ba suma uncle bi moom dina ñëw ci kanam
waaw Bojang is already in the building
okay
Gaya DJ ñu ne naka is already in the building.
In the building, yes, yeah. Bojang Ba is already in the building, so you guys are gonna see him in a little shot a while, right? Do yaga di dalal suñ guest panelist bi moom tamit di ko wax rek dalal ak jàmm yaakaar ne dinañ séddoo waxtaan bi nii pour yokk xel indi yokkute indi leeral rek suñ ay si askan bi moo ñu fi tax a toog di wax ñu ñuy seetaan rek ñëwati nañ beneen juma mubarak with a grand guest and of course tey show bi dafa ala daw mais dañu am ay guest panelist
so
affaire bi ay jaxase mélange la wax naa leen ñun janax lañ dañ bëri ay pax fu ñuy follow kenn du ko xam
yàlla bu mu nekk comme like suñu last week programme bi Baye Sankare
suma xarit bu ees bi
delu na ma nga gis plane bi de
suma xarit bu ees bi
mu ne Baye Sankare going back to Spain
ahankay suma xarit bu ees bi tey ñu ngi déggante à tout moment waaw suma xarit na teeri ku toog
waaw Baye mu nekk saari
kontaan na si anti talibo la moom anything against talibo
no
so observe talibo last week talibo was very calm bugana attack Baye why
because you know most of them ko Baye talibo pro max
you think America will just jump and attack China. It's not going to be like
So
that.
who is America and who is China?
Me, I'm not going to say anything. No crime. America will not just jump and attack China.
Dañ ko xalaataat de.
Dañ ko xalaataat. So lii moo tax America su fi toog. China mu ngi toog.
Fu nekk xam nga fay
attaque fu nekk dana am sa limite.
kon ma suma weeru waay dëgër na. Abayo. Enof na teeru ko.
Sembeñe banna sembeñe bare condition la babul de.
Akoy masima kelina di talibo la kafa. Talibo fele sire. Masima kele ole di ale kay tafa. Oh my way. Talibo smile kan ko nit ñi mu modot.
Non, kon te sembere ni teeru ko to. Nda wala.
Aba bajan.
Aka talibo fele sire. Masima kele ole di ale kay tafa. Min kamara kam man sita takin ko mistake la.
Bal rube.
No, batara. No me llame kala. Bari ye wonde de. Ko ba sangare kay.
Aka.
Bye.
No, dim bay na dum ba na tele.
Anyway.
No me llame.
La fa bay kala paneli sol design.
Affaire de. I don't know ko sa anita murlale. So
Ay bomo fa da.
I go for that. By ala mur kamera by is wise.
No, he's very wise. Long time, yes.
Ala jende ka
Anyways,
ko
nuyu ñu ñuy seetaan rek di leen jaajëfal rek di leen wax ne ñëwaat nañ beneen àjjuma di nuyu the crew ñi nga xam ne bu dut ñoom duñ fi toog moo tax saa yi nekk su may ñëw dama leen di indil bonbon wala minti parce que suñ meree show du am so dee leen di tax ñuy kontaan rek ñu tam ñuy leen di neexal parce que su gaay meree rek show du am machine bi la ñuy ne korop rek yëpp fay kon ñoom seen nekk fi am na solo di jaajëfal borom kër gi Fatou Touré Mandi Mori ndeysaan moom ni ma koy waxee rek dafay boole kilo pâte bi ak organisé doo ko dégga parce que saa yum yëngoo dëkk bi yëngu saa yum yëngoo du baro rek a dee am sleepless night baro mu ne fondin kël lekaake abu ko sino fo kam fa bari Fatou amanke fondin ko kelte de naka lay dee waxee mag alpha katambal nadi yamu to dor alpha katambal buko sino from soul mu gidi kon di len wax ne di len dalal rek ci benen grand Bantaba
ni yaay compilol diamuta odo ni diriyan kewol diamuta bari ko dole la kayanda
di len dalal di wax ne rek xam ngeen grand Bantaba ndeysaan neena len dañ sampu xam nga bu la nit njëkkee juddu njëkkalaa màgga nga xëy rek dak ko emuloo moom de waaye nga dépassé ko instead of moom it mu taraay ànd ak yow ngeen continuer di dem waaye déedéet muy gestu mag kooku nag am fu laa fay de di dépassé rek di dem su boobaa ñu jël li leen naxari yépp wéer la ko ne yaa tax demuñ loolu bul seet kenn sa bopp yow sa boppa nga war a seet yonasaan ñun nag dañ ne pataaral ngeen jël seen làmmiñ nag di wax loo leen xamut ñun ñu jël liñ mun di def liñ mun rek di dépassé di dem grand Bantaba sampu rek faaxa yóbbuwuñu jël leen glace naan def ko ori MC.
My suspect na tay you are aligning with the NPP their new slogan is sampu. Why are you using sampu?
fu ñu jëlee sampu
ima ngay la slogan
ñi balaa ñoo jël sampu fekk ñu ngi sampu
no bàyyi ko rek
ma ne balaa ñoo jël sampu fekk ñu ngi jël sampu
am nga bu
sampu Dakar la faaxee ko
Buba is very observant mu ne
sampu Dakar la faaxee ko te su dee jege la maa leen gën a jege Dakar parce que man patriote laa anam sa mu ngi nii
so NPP seen slogan bi is sampu this day
yaa leen bëgg a jox slogan
non ko jël
yëguloo ko
yow loolu
kon affaire bi lawut
biir
gaa bi ma fi yëgut
mitim mu nekk am nga léegi the other slogan is dead boobu mu ko wax slogan boobu noonu bu jógee su suma mag
no boobu is dead
non man waxuma ko ndegam mi wala the other slogan is dead now the new slogan is sampu bi nag yow nga ne si sampu bi nga bëgg a loolu dem I'm very worried about that.
Do your homework, please.
I have to do my homework.
Man, grand Bantaba sampu rek.
I'll nene la kaso zoom.
Bi ma tofi di wax grand Bantaba sampu. Fekk ana NPP. Mooy yow. Intermin nag.
Thank you so much.
Grand Bantaba sampu rek.
Sampu rek. Waaw, grand Bantaba sampu.
Anyani. sampu du fi ñëw MP bi du jël tour nga bokk isbi du fi ñëw sampu du fi ñëw sampu non sampu du fi ñëw jël leen ko bàyyi ko si gars yi
ok
sampu fii
so ñun ñee garab bi
garab
ok
garab
ok no problem
garab bi
go ahead
yes so wala be je buwa abay sampu de kene gande so guys mal be content another Friday with great sponsors come and nyaming APS buwa other APS it's not only about the services but about security they are security
they are
very secure and yes and it's not only about security APS jang it will mujang quality it will jang fengolem fenne me ya lon Gambia fengolem at danu blado ila sava everything abe jan
wala wade nga wason Gambia ji ba fokan e kanyim financial institution jumale use they were asking Gambians APS small baby APS la foga comment section so Gambians are seriously using them
no Gambian no sa yalo me keri Gambian no la fengo akala fengo ta bache
but it's free for them
easy
others are charging for Casper near Casper we don't is free
free
so you can send money from $1 to 20,000 they don't charge you
ajibe anu ni kada agent no fanati fanam employment yalo bi fon mo jelle be employment ko on APS bari ku gele be ala bo ya dinna da lo ala bo ya dinna bari hado so guys bal konton le baake ba fulale ko nata bi faram arjuma doleti ala yalo nyamen grand bantaba all the time kanale to enlighten people alno amanga ko ben ka foko dolle yalo katambi mo bela but ala opportunity din dolle lan kananga sija wallahi wato dol ko mol fala me yalo ko wol tekela kuma telni mo to ba no fana kala ala ko mun dolla adama diya nasoro na fen fo jam me yalo ko wol dunda adama don sonno mo ko anu ay nafa alon ko mu fennete me yalo ko mu ala ma ko tin to jongol kam atol me yalo ko alkasi alkanjibe mbal tentul mbal jela atol mi yalon ka programme sia mbal tentul mbal jela atol mi yalon ko alka style sen mbal tentul mbal jela because of you people wala atina bintul ka sijan ka sawarno kanan ka sijan pour na kacabe mo me yalon ka si live la one view or two view or three view yabra yaga bi three view sama three view ama sini ni be mura ina mura buge fama lo ko nyinga ngata diam kan sawon but it's because of you people the number men kan jibe we are so proud kontanta baka la movement la kontanta baka la support la kontanta baka ala funko alka feedback menke all the feedbacks alka menke nta beta no but at least so dan taw men tano yinka wotale nga mission ka implement in the platform because platform woni be den tala Gambia platform wala wala kay di grand Bantaba ni ko grand doron o Gambia le be para man dan Gambia an America fon ata bo na America ka be fu ta je fansol bi
la ilaha
and Europe fansol fona me complain kan ko you have to go
I will go
and China fona yan ko man dile ko ka jibe
kasa wol ben sa the next trip is here of kasa ala
yes so rumba fona ko ala baraka baake wherever you are in the world before we have a special guest panelist na also the we have another guest who kind to fala
jezoning kan jamal na
so saying nene be the actually because we are fighting na man tale boje
ala moti jambi
tale wo andi mota fe jambi
tale wo ay bolongole video senna groupe ora kata
buwa e fitno ma man de tale float la kata float
go bolongon tenga bolongole je
I was looking for the sheep. I mean, and like a keno. The kenos for people. I didn't
exactly yes. What I call it? You must have on the float. You won't baldi.
So are you selling some kenos there?
Yeah.
Man, I'm
someone
looking for
money
to sponsor because those people need kenos.
Someone to start a business there. At least they need a
that is serious.
ferry.
That is serious.
Like ferry mimbe around Janjambure, that small one.
Purkadamundo.
Purka jete kamolte indije. Mol joka jale. Pero video tale ba kana wolto de.
Akara
wolto.
Bari bu crowd magal ba am da go fon ni kala.
Aka ning camera enare. Lala enare.
Wala no enare disaster ko enare.
Nga enare le fo groupe.
Wala balu wato sita. Nilande mafo ta sot la jamade to lo mafo ngole de kamalo mafo ngole.
Stop. Fumo lugar. ngatali bofu la nyaawo nyaa bari interested na moye kumo fo akom
man dama fe fotal bo ma de
iba foka
ite ko e mo kuto so sai ko ni wala kadi am lungulu bay sangare ite ko wala mo ter kuto dafa don tan ter kuto tale bol
ni tale bolay
nde san tale mo ter kuto de
ni tale bola teria okay ngal tentu kal je ba ke mba fulale ko of course me dunna programme o wole fe bi ko nga nene ya fa nyame nga luntam fulale soto jam yalon ko amba albe jela mba ate mela mbi tandilalla al yalon ne Sanyang mudulalti mi yalon ko sign tenting mansakunda ye ko deep sea port i nyanta lola wolto Sanyang andong president of tata nun jele pour yela ko sam inauguration o kije bari Sanyang ko fa man tara contanding ku jamal mi yalon ko le be kering min sunta il lafta min na wolem ila VDC chairman o pour ay bo je Sanyang kolbe wole demand kan ila o dimano ye petition sa fele ya samba di Brikama area council pour que la VDC chairman o bondi jumale la VDC chairman o wolem Abdoulie Botto Gaye ngate fon le soto jam bi ko do la mi alon ko ya tumi wala Sanyang sate oto anu miyatin Sanyang dindol bi je mi alon koy wulta pour ka bondi VDC chairman yala petition ya samba de Brikama area council le andong ye of course some other stakeholder li wol fanan copile wala tina Brikama area council fanan PRO bi janne of course min kera Lamin Samateti Lamin Singate, I'm very sorry for that. So ate fanan ba sodola nyim programme moto da mi alon ko nabe kachala of course kodo la mi alon ko lebe dending in petition wala ani of course Brikama area council. Mr. Gaye, welcome.
Abaraka bake buba. Ila kumandiro kanandam ko jambi. Asutiata nyaawo ngaje kwa kubata ba.
And we are very very happy that short notice in Atana.
Program do fanan cancel because bidam madam ngama nyanda online interview min kala lulu sile.
Wow.
Nga wolbe cancel kanandam ko jam. Follow mbe lamoy lal be tentu lambe jayila ma be lal mini fanam bijang Mr. Singate PRO Brikama Air Council sirfo anim fan sister nene be mobe tentu lambe mobe jayila be na VDC di mol fanam be tentu lambe jayila ni Sanyang mumela be abaraka bake.
Thank you so much. Mr. Singate, welcome.
Bua. Anyway, manke samarete Singate.
Apologies.
Kana fo nyisa ko tek
Apologies.
ayem konto ni ka feeling kan kam fale, you know why?
To yala.
Hani ma fi ko de.
No, yeah.
Singate long
I agree, Singate.
I'm Singate.
My apologies.
Thank
Singate.
Kan kam fale.
Bari won kolam. Abatan na bari.
So please.
Bari yana ni birin ebe diamu kan nko bayo yalong iba fula molien so sta nko bari inyanta demonstration kela bari bun kolla ika stadi nyaadi parce que ni show ba kan mol kanyin ka how do I get star be stadi la nyaadi stadi la nyaadi andu star be je paraw ko kaje
ite buka tol sude de
ni nga jube jumal be stadi kan Kiankul.
Ite buka
Kiankul ka o star do le di emoji.
Star monetary star iko wole di.
Nene.
ate buka kol boli nyoko
Badi bun kol ima long han ka bi ima stadi la nyaadi.
Nene mbato the best person hadama dem kunda mo kunda. Mo min ka nyepi ka kuwoke anim min ka to akaranna. Yamela jumale ka progress.
Mo mimba
min ka nyepi wala min ka akaran.
In Baribu, our slogan, you know what is it? We never ask, can we do it? We ask how. Period.
Thank you. Kiankol le ka mol batan di jang.
So forget
aku mo na program mo.
Bari tenga minje.
No, that's
nimba choose la. Bari bun ko ni kianko. Be kianko dal.
Thank you.
Bari bun ko mo.
You have 3 bari bun kasia.
Dia mu jama dorong.
bitam ko mo boli mo ko leti nyin ka fa bula
Minul bota.
anu ku kila biya be diamu le
Adiamu.
Ale tele di
Adiamu.
ali de.
be diamu le na ko dia be diamu
Ko afo. Hello Juma. Deni bari bun kol bu ka du ñola.
Ale du ko mal de. Rasulullah ale du ko mal bari problem today.
Anyway, thank you very much, Buba. It's really a pleasure. Tarajang, one of the biggest online platform in the Gambia currently. That's the Grand Bantaba. Abaraka Bake. andung mfana be jibe lal wala lin lamu lal fana be yembe be konton na momo itoni konton la and the panelists every time you are here all because for the Gambia. So I think that's laudable, and I also wish to encourage you people to keep moving, keep doing it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. Singate, Abaraka Baki, of course, I'm atelem Birkama area council PRO ti atelem ila kila ko ti fanan ko nga fanya memba commencer la damen don walem Abdoulie Botto Gaye mi alon ko atelem Sanyang VDC la chairman o timbe cool commencer la atel well science intending model will especially mol mi alon ko wolle balla diaspora ani dolbi je mi alon ko be Sanyang kono e ko e mantara contanding andu e laftale pour yebbo VDC chairman yala in Sanyang exactly munekera
alhamdulillah rabbil alamin buba mela correction ko mata bakela de nata VDC chairman yala on the 28th July 2024 cartela fighter candidate Sabala Lota, Birkama Area Council La Carte for new conduct, headed by Honorable Monchar Jiba and in the team. Nidala Local Government Act 2002, Wala Tandiko, Satebe Gambia, Anyanta VDC Sotola. And Anyanta VDC Sotola, Inyanta Kiamano Tombona. But Kiamano Kotombonya dile Wala Nyintiko, Sate. Let me take an example, Sanyang. Sanyang kabila mwani nanda be Sanyang. Wo kabila mwani nano. Kabila ka two representative la sen. Musu killing, ke killing. Niyo total 48 sort. Wo 48 wo la karte fay wolum. Ka Botto Gaye tombo. Wala on the 28th July 2024. Koluwa alandi nyami. Bari nidara jibe bi ngununo mimbe kumakang. Modol bol konol min ko candidate long lumina ndebe lola lumina carte be fayla wol mu candidate lati wolle be nyin vu nyin lead kan because VDC ita do ko kala no.
So they contested against you during the election.
Aning fulan nyaw kabirin carte fayda Sanyang lansare kabila lulla soto wol lansare kabila lulo walla alfali ka folle bulunda wala sare kabila lulo wala Sanyang lo wala korin kunda mor kunda jamba kunda nambara kunda and jaban kunda kabile alfa fulala tombo wo wala keta alfa tanti wo alfa tang bi ko wala kumande Sanyang bulunda kabila tanni fengo min duraje wala alfa wala council of elders VDC ni wala ka do ko ke anin alikalo anin the ward council because neither local government according to the local government VDC yamar la bunda sabala soto bunda folon min de wolon satela alikalo VDC la yamar lalo the sitting councillor of that particular village or that ward VDC la yamar lalo anin any other extension worker nil la yamar la sabalde fonadra comme la VDC committee ni inate modo lafaje like a legal advisor lawyer ta yakela legal advisor
Juala to la councilori Sanya
Botto
Boja.
Yes.
Good.
So VDC kabiri nata nanyaton kayakan sanji kilimo nyi kadum lumina eje mo kada wala na sanji kilimo ning alikalo ni nyi sate alifal be nyo konole be do kola because min kada wala nyinde ko lumina carte fayta balon ko masta wolungol nyin kelo manke bi kelete. When I was elected on the 28th July, balam follow keta mindi ko Botto Gaye mulundangol da manke Sanyang lansareti because of the surname Gaye.
But foi mu Sanyang lansareti.
Nte wuluta Sanyang, nte fa wuluta nambara kundale.
Yala si wulu no dollar bari manke je lansareti.
Nte fa wuluta jele. Okay. Nte fa wuluta jele. And then ni koy bola fananta la bundala. Molla VDC ki amani yaka mini alonko. In 20 years ago, the VDC came and I wal falma wulu Sanyang. Nte fa wuluta Sanyang, nte wuluta Sanyang, nte musoso to Sanyang, nte dingol be wuluta Sanyang. Anu lansare kabilo lantaki nambara kunda to represent them. council o boto boja boto kabilol because ndenim boto ndella dindi yaka birim be dindi ndella kala bunkili jan watan be man fudu so chocho kumata wolto ko sanya na ado tinyale ada jama kadum be katama ni luwalla ne sanya na constitution o jiba ma fako ko rungunda dingola nyanda kala VDC ki amanote ne local government ak jibe amma fako number kunda dingola nyanda kala VDC ako kabilo la nyantela mol sen la yak wala nyanta carte fa la ka VDC ki amanoto bo andi wala kada satema
so that bulunda wala ka voting ke
bulunda bu ka voting ke
okay but itolle ka mol ki mil ka voting ke
kabila alfalla ka mo fulato mo musu killing ke killing
okay
pour eta kabilo represent wala min zara kabilo represent wala ka carte fa ni aje ndela carte fa lo kebal be bijele alfal bije kalikalo bije mo be bije council fa bije ate entuje la ka meeting na soto bata kunku mon charna da fo ko sa alikalo ni alfala to le funti banda representative sol min boda kabilo to wala nyanta carte fayla wala nata carte fay di nyindi amo ko master bir world diamo fulanyo wala nyindi ko kabirin tanata me example o dala comme la bir kama era council la nyato ko kam min fo yankuba dal nata pour ka dim ko la suki mfana wala ka sanya nanyin sanya kilin kono ngadi gol la suki ti ñaarol mini kata sanya ngol la bayndi pour ko ti ñaarol ke murun nan sate kan ni tara jibe kabiri na danga tara sate la risaflan lulu wala wafuta
jumale wafi the former VDC
even mentioned na eje ma ben report ko no janne ngo nte to fola in any media but mbe min kala wala nyindi ko alikalo ni sate alifal nyindi maso la nyanda benna pour ka tandila o risaflan lulu wafuta nyaadile because na evidence will be so jamal la waf jamal la bulo no taje
but jumal la waf say you have the opportunity to tell people Sanyang kol be jibe kan
ngal na Sanyang kol be jibe kan
so you are the VDC chairman, you should not hide them anything
buba mbo wala
especially when you said evidence
be bule
yalo natara suspicion
I will come to that. Let me narrative di ko nyimbela after na la bawol
okay
wona ta kekele bati nkam because nitara jibe resaflan lulu wafuta resaflan of ana bijebe anko sate talo moya ta ka tati because kabiri nata follow ndata wala round wala I assigned the alkalo pura more allocated nya puru nimmi bida puru nga sate la resaflan long so that I can document all of them data round wala ndulali be jibe bari nga tar la dol sansanda la dol fence da bungul lo taje la dol fence da korda bundal ke taje de o dem pare da rawno la ntata alkalo la for question and answer in the executive committee alkalo nyindu la kara wa nga tar la waf da jamala waf start saying stories ngo ye min story min befo mata dalila jamala na mata mobu ka korda wa fi ban transfer of ownership soto transfer of ownership akabo min tolto al karo bul woto ibulo no dale idabi jeli waf momu wa waf ani boto gayla waf ita al kalo you are part of the team
so ba fo kan al kalo bulo no ta wa fi rol to
because kaytol atala kaytol di so yinnon kulti min ya lonko ikata kaloti ni nata diaspora la kawla wala SDF VDC ite VDC kala no remote controlled mo sababe tuwawdu wolko VDC be tarle tella bulo kono ni min fo VDC nyanda tamala walla mbalanta walla because mina kada ngankala alquran walla anim bakilin fakilin nyo na ku ke mi yalon ko luwala tinya luwa min fo mbolo lalaka bari fanan mbendam kula jamal la VDC mu dibite bu ngolati I come in for Ndelbuke inform. We are not to inform those at the diaspora. Cabinet long, VDC Bokoko Deputy Boom. Sanyam Bete Ben no Fem Kundo. But Kabilo Mofulaki, Walla Yanda Sila Kundo, in Imbulundani Alikalo. And then we need the advice from the council, Kumanda Yamari.
Okay, so
before Rumon in the diaspora. Never for Rumoto, it's a land delete. because ika fefen sedije ndaka account la ko alka fefen ki yani loi manta go back to local government act or sanya na constitution.
Now what in their petition iko yo audio kile yende diroke as VDC chairman
afoy audio nyeseni because ye mina foje ko luntangolong mini yende tombong they even they ibe confess kana fanko bi camera council yende tombo nyama ni silo manta iko tilimbali ala keje iko is a deal between Monchara and Botto Bojang because Botto is my friend.
But Birkama area council made tombo mole.
And iko what I'm saying ko iko ya carte fo nyim conduct nyami.
Okay.
Tapale ala keje between Monchara and Botto Bojang.
Okay, because wale na rakake observed.
Exactly. You can ndiro minfo. Ntaman ndiro fo je. Ni ko nyem lunda ngol fo manya nam fo defend.
Ite mune fo yemi mira manke ndiroti because
ngam min fo je wala nyinte ko min ko nta mu lunda ngolati. Akonde faamu lunda ngolde ata faana ta mun tumale. A faata ita min toloto. Min ko nta mu lunda ngolde. Ngo a fa nyen ka ata faana ta mun tumale. A faata ita min toloto.
Itele wo jabe okay.
Yes.
Ika wo fole wala mu nendiroto.
Ha wala mu nendiroto. Mafo mo bateng, mafo mo teng. Ngo min ko nta mu lunda ngolde. Ala nyini ka konda famu lunda ngolde sanya. Ata faana ta mun tumale a faata ita ni min toloto. Mina dina ko ndanga sate bene. B Sanya is a population of 14,000 people above. Nimba Haimana. 1/3 of Sanyang ibe they are supporting me. AGM. Je fatara tep. And then nangana kuma kino kabirin VDC starter Sanyang. Akuma santel langan na 1 year AGM ki. And then man sura in the history of Sanyang. VDC man then man sura Sanyang mi ango. Every 1 year AGM can start and tell. You provide all this to the community. Ila financial report, ila activity report, ila bank statements, your 2 accounts bank statements. Akuma stand tell Botto Gaye. VDC sura Sanyang mi ango Sanyang serve 7 years. Ibalanta kaji birkamere kansula nata ka loi samandi je pour ke jindi. Ndanga min keta. Birkamere kansula jindi. Wo bota je kote ko wo fare min keta. Birkamere kansula jindi. Birin siri for the time o mol ka balang Sanyang. Ni la 5 years o bande ka balang dol ka 7 years keje. Ikanami ne ke kote ke. Ilo jiyo kote ke ka tilimbali ya ke sate la fengo ibuka hand over. Even ila financial ila bank bukol ni ku kote ngoli buka hand over. There is a VDC mi anako. Ijita le 7 years serve Sanyang handu bi ila bank bukol man hand over Sanyang bukol. Bi ko lon stakeholder solte Sanyang.
So jani metende na lafta yena yefenne ma iko mo sabale we diaspora min lafta e control la mansong.
Yes.
Who are these people and lafta mo ne control?
Sanya UK Association na president Sajo Fofana. Sajo Fofana. Wala Sanya UK Association na president. We come to the lands. Sanya na reserve land fulatela waf before katangalter. Before nature come when going to the beach. Before nature come free now tata nuje wimilo. Satele reserve land on bijatela waf. We have the documents. Mim fama ya sang na executive committee tatale na sita. Ala transfer of ownership nga be natal. Bi wobe to awdu. Wo ko atay mim for BDC beta mala wala. Seku Kamara is the Sanyang SDF president. Look at what from Jibe. This SDF, Eco for Sanyang Development Fund for Sanyang. The president is in England. Sanyang Dumol will be jailed wrong, just Kadiamu wrong. But the whole executive committee is in Europe. Wall after min na minke mbalanta wala.
Ilafta e muneke.
Wala nyinte ko directives. Boto keteng, boto nyin dundu teng, boto jana keteng, boto nyin bondi jana, boto nyin tamandi teng.
Ilafta e mune dundi e mune bondi e be mune tamandi.
Come like the daily operation administration.
Okay, I just want to come to one point. Iko Sajo Fofana, remember UK, right?
Yes.
Iko Atele, one of the land, what?
2 reserve lands.
2 reserve lands.
Ibe nyobalan.
I 2 reserve land on ying. Iko Sato Tam, right?
Yes.
I have wafi before Abdoulie Botto.
Yes.
Kamu ma bawafi kang, mon capacity la babulo Sato kono.
Yeah, position. I was
Position,
going to,
yeah.
I wanted to know.
Mon
because-
position na
yeah.
babulo Sato kono for him to have the authority purka Sato lo wafi. And Kabraya wafi also, I mean, kolonying how it was spent, if you know.
Yalo, okay, kajia answer Ken work lo nyinte. mo jamana da ka tara ko ni nga fo reserve lan lulo ni nga noma moy sa tele reserve
I just want to be specific on Stadiola.
Kala stable non sanyam
Amanke
stakeholder
VDC or nothing.
amantara VDC amanke stakeholder tino
Just from Sanyang.
just sanyam nyulo
Sanyang bingo, exactly.
but ni tata jibe sa tele reserve lan do fon de moya waf mi yaron ko luntangolo sanyam silalo
We are wafi.
yes
But okay, ima wato for follow, but in particular guy.
Sadio amanke VDC do body amanke stakeholder de sanyam Sadio kabira waf amam benta la VDC tenyo fe abenta lamin bojam
Okay.
abonta wala wato fi lamine ko be normal bari min tatake lamine asamal le fo sefo ya bunjur sefa den lamin dabo bije mo saman kayto aben telbulle bari min tatake lumina lamin yanda kabiri lamin la fakiti ko sila Sadio kamma muni yalon koy bulo nota ko nyin kono walla bantam bilta ko nyaaka
Come nyadi.
wala nyinti ko idunta alifali kam ka fo alifali ko because nelan isu jibe satele komini wallan alifal bulunda ani alikalo wala marta komini wallan wala sare kabila lulo wala ni reserve lanol bonde this was 20 years ago sanyang alifal la dakota ko kabila reserve lano bonde pour soma kamala nimman sakunda la fa fellola isa do kun tuje yadila wala na bini dara sanyang man sakunda loro ka dawoda sanyang na reserve lano lo amma me fon sate dula di immigration na ye dula lo je pour ID card di dula sanyang police station belam sate la reserve lano la all the schools
Okay.
so among the stakeholder di sanyang a wafu tilimbal yala kono bari ndaka min fon chodi wala mini ka kayto di comme la ninte bota ge dara ndaba sanyang ndara wulo kono nga dula suma ka ke sanyang nga wandi dula suma nga waftu babo ya mi yala ko man sanyang lo bari yalo ni man kayto so wafu rote kala mi ya kayto dinna wala famu kurunti
Sai kabin kodonyi na ko kala nyaldi kodonyi do you know anything covering kebal si da sai okay kunna ko bang kiti ku kana tambije so do you know whether kodonyi me alon ko ay wafiro kala it comes to the community
kaje sutende wala nyinde ko mbe min kankula la da wala sanya na reserve land lulo mi wafuta bi mbe diamo da tembo min dimaso na AGM lo ngafo alfali ko laftan na le si dimaso lo wani alkalo wodu la lulo be mini e waf ni lonne mini e sang ni lonne mbe kiti ko sela because we VDC documents wodu la lulo be la kaytol ben telbul biring alfali ka di ya kayto min dada foy be bul kabila dula min dila kabila alfali e bul kumbal laje wo kaytol ben telbul
so be sambala
kiti pour dula ni ne murun sate ka
okay so sai
na ko be sambala kiti yo VDC be sambala kiti yo
wolon sañante VDC lon sañante
ha no biya niya fo yalon itele be lo renja yana san se afo ko na VDC be sambala kiti yo niya fo VDC mo be yalon ko sañang le VDC
yes
yana san pour for clarity dorong
yes
because ni sita jang ya ko be sambala modo se side
VDC be sambala
modo se sije aka fo ko boto ko abe alfal sambala kiti yo
VDC be sambala kida kanim fana ka jese daddi mini e dula waf mbolla sambala kida VDC bolla sambala kida not ko alfal o boto be sambala kida
okay so saying yalong ila about this audio nendiro be min fokan iko what they were discussing wala nyindi ko about the health post min lota sanya iko ba foka ile ko iti credit di gaj global damal at the time okay and UK alla UK chapter sanya na UK chapter contribution o kijele I think it all fana e kodo dundi jele so the alkalo fana I think 25,000 bari at that place it you fully mentioned gaj and they were not happy with that
kana oto wala bungolo lota loptano do ni dunda sanya loptano do mara karola follow to sanya musol ni dara nos every Monday kasi bandale ni sama be kera ka ko le aku bati bungo nyi meta jela bara ko to batale atara fala ta boyla alkalo na rafa ko fewo fe ni ma kumas kura do ko ka ko le alkalo na ko do ndije a start
ay jele du ndije
alkalo ko wala kano se alkalo min ndije
ay ko do di jumala
o wato man del taraje
okay
ikanyimi be for kare nyinge amantel taraje last year nantenata 28 June 2024.
Okay.
To put things into perspective, it although not last year. Al karbringa benala VDC do executive lebijeno
Yes.
and no chairman do lebijeno.
Yeah.
So your election of 5K it a winter.
Yes.
So did you guys have a proper handing over from the then VDC
I think
to your own?
Then I have to answer a question of force.
Yeah.
Then I'll come to yours.
No, because I'm trying to link
Yes.
things. You understand?
Handing
because
okay, let me clear that.
Exactly.
Handing over man can telebulu. The reason why handing over man can telebulu wala nyito. Wo PDC ni. Ini balanda la keda koite jila. Honorable Botto Gaye have to take them to Brikama Area Council. Puriyeki.
because they've served how many years?
I think 6
Okay.
or 7 years.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Kabiri in Brikama Area Council jindi. Certain a tax force latombo headed by Honorable Abdoulie. War tax force wolfane karwo la kaje. Purka kiskisiro ke lamin na kula. Walla karworo banta daming. Wo time wala wolfana nata tombondiro nata ke. Karte fo nata ke nata gani. Nata handing over ke.
Okay, about this health and coin.
So you have an handing over from
Yes,
the tax force.
from the tax force.
Tax force, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So what building on Kabirin tel nata we wrote to Gach. Puri yamma ko ngo bungu doku. Because be chanding na meta chanding. Honorable Botto Gaye was even part of the team pour ka Gach that. Wolu mo meeting on yim fon akata Sanyang loptano to Bokar Jawara was present at that meeting. Dafa mo meeting attend. Because wolu on dafa nantara VDC represent meeting dolla. Wobe kala wato minna. Atarande man ke kiyamano. I was the secretary. Musola tarta nunje John Sabasilla. Watara wolbe chairperson ya la VDC. Woy kar woro le kaje. So kabiri ni gajnata fenga gajnata mina foy ko sa al budget o dada. Budget o mi yalon ko nyimbo do kula la pura be ban. Sa te na ta budget dada. Ngamollo tambo mi yalon ko la budget o min dada. Kabiri budget o nyin dada atata kanya $942,000. First among $942,000 on yimbe sendande. Yeah, first sending minke $500,000 yola transfer or handing over kata Sanyang loptano. Then John Sabasilla lebije. Kabiru
As the head of the tax force.
no, John Saba has the head of the VDC.
But now ko VDC ni bondile. Dabe ko lamin bojo nyole beninje.
Kabiri lamin botaje. John Saba la nara John Sabasilla.
Okay, as the
In the
tax
board
force.
committee kono I was the secretary.
As the tax force, as the interim committee.
Has the new VDC.
So that is different from the camera, a tax force committee melody. It's different from that one.
No, it's different.
The
Tax
6 month
force
one.
new VDC fatal.
Okay.
So because that needs clarity.
Yeah, I need, yeah.
The ones that overstayed and Birkama area council ye bondi.
Ha.
You understand? Then your tax force keji.
Yeah, tax force keja kabirin tax force la do ko banda.
6 months.
6 months. Handing over keda mimbulu. Well, John Sabasilla, but
How
I was
did-
part of the team.
So how
The
did John
secretary.
Saba, how
So
do
that
you
was
guys
an
come-
election.
How do you guys come up selecting John Saba?
Okay, John Sabala's selection was not selected by the Kafo Kabilo representative. I think Monchar Fango confessed jail in the election there. John Saba Bulundala selection okay. Well, VDC representatives no more following select was used for Jasi. No use for Jasi la select. Kabirin Karte Fed and tell them Maltima. Birkama era councilman now. Many Karte conduct the tax force in Adafoko. The Bulunda have to confirm or reject. After 3 days, in not use for reject.
Based on what?
Iko use for Bulundamalati. Iman reason for Ndella Miralo, Najero, all on Daliloti.
But there's no written reason for that.
There's nothing that was written.
Okay.
Mbije after some days, Kabirin Jalunga used for select, sorry, John Sabalakala biased. So Kebal, Kabir used for reject, in not John Sabatombo. Because John Sabasa will care passing.
But also,
And you served as secretary at that time?
Yes.
Before the election?
Bulunda have the power to approve,
Confirm.
to confirm within 3 days. Is it part of Allah Sanyang Kosuzo?
Kabir used for reject, then more challenge back because, you know ni be korosiro kala bake ni loi fulul ni local government act landija ye sanya na constitutional landija ni sanya na constitutional ko carte manya na faila ke bal na nyanda benne boto tombo birkama era council local government akko carte la nyanda faila pour ka boto kay tombo wala nyanta lola
because there was
yimbe nyim ko tole
ha anda ko
nyim na nyanda lola wala na carte failo won de la carte failo mon jari ko indi la ko alka to mondro ka nyamin sanya ni luwa manta luwa ko kabila nyanda mo fulala kila musu kilin ke kilin wala nyanda dunna bum kono ya kiyama no tombo ni ya kiyama no tombo itel dam bal kono is na palace doldi secretary assistant secretary treasurer
so those ones are not elected positions
wal fanan kar bululin do la ka kentel dam mal team
is elected.
Elections are done for all those positions. So kabring ye wo muso select bulunda wo muso John Saba ite keta secretary ite keta secretary nyadi
bululin do la ka kentel dam mal kono
It was election.
okay it was election also
bululin
but that election was not in conformity with the local government act but then the constitution
local government act
no parce que mol mango jang saba tombong di
no
alpha ya
afana ye bulul ndogay afana yele John Saba yele and John Saba was the assistant John Saba was the assistant but left ka dama do ñun ka wala ñu ko ka bring el ka use for select fale use for la selection o kala haspa ite la selection o kata ñame comme like you know the Kabila 28 o ñing so ale 24 Kabila ñing fo ale selection o ka ñame use for ning John Saba la no committee mi alon ko ita mujje secretary fo ale o ka ñame anita tame alon ko wala kata just recently just last year for akite kilometer bam pamanga kili
use for when for use for that no oppose
there was no election
no moment so mil
Okay, so we have
because
to
use for him sorry staff right use for him mil loda inata fundi bandale idam mal kachata ni no nata bula use for nata gagné use for nata tambi
Okay, that is like no. So you are explaining about
I just want to interject. The act is clear, it's very clear.
Yes.
In fact, the act doesn't act changing local government act mang kate fayo sembentu ya VDC la maralo kono. You know, the wordings is very important here. The act ko select, they should select amongst themselves the key person. That's what the act says. That's what I want to make clear. Act ko alkono kabilo la mofula. Ne al nata alka futa nyoma. Wol kono idam mal se nyo tombong isa mo kilen tombong select yake kia pasinoti.
Okay.
Not elect.
Not elect.
Okay, but side new Gail Mansonyola, people are interested. There must be election.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
But for me, what I don't understand here, you know, whether the act also recognized in bulunda, because according to them, you know, even though when they do the selection or the election, this bulunda have to endorse or reject, and whoever they reject, which means you cannot be part of, and then somebody else will, because that is what has happened between that guy and the lady. Because when they rejected the guy, that's how the lady came.
What them started to do?
Monchara has made it clear. Sanyang constitution on I mean draft. There is a lot of gaps. Gaps jamal labije. Monchara wo declare you know VDC. And in community development, in fact, we were trying to have such a training and then a constitutional final review and all the relevant stakeholders within the community. Constitutional because niajibe gab jamal labije. And in ulla fanamba constitutional mi alongo. And in luan in silo manta because ni anani luan in silo manta like niko representative sole min tombong e min select. So iko ibe la moila lo koteke bulunda ni a confirm wala bekara kiamano ni a reject then what kala no kiamano.
But remember Nico representatives, you need to understand bulunda.
Okay. We have to move on from this point.
Yeah, bulunda
But we're talking about the law here also.
No, the law is talking, you know, when the law says select,
now,
and the law is talking about the villages.
But
Okay.
let me clear what building on you. Until Kabir Internet has a chairman, 28 July 2024. The remaining balance into the $442,000. Gagiola transfer to our Vista Bank account. Pour building on your lava.
Okay, but water it only has started already.
Water started just at this level.
Sorry. Okay, so alkalo in this UK chapter la kodo dunda wal.
Yes.
Okay.
So got not alaba, meaning a total of $942,000 you get to spend. Kabira be banda. Della nada lungo tombo purka dulani inaugurate. Nga gach safe. Nga rekalo safe. Nga stakeholders will mean bebe Sanyang be safe. Nata fango jalo ta nga essence de la para kana da kona kankularo. Nga ma war time wala client kala wato ti miyalan ko. Alkalo nyan tan ta kuma la afanye ko. Building on former VDC and na spend Sanya UK Association in spendje ndafana nga nyina spendje ndemo tan na file kono matter in any record andu mone na ma fanya ko Sanya UK Association in spendje before bungo ka yele nga artist ofena pura safaro ka je proudly sponsored by Gaj Global Company nga fourth date min famuda pour inauguration oni jawra na da fo nga date nyum fali ako because wolu may lun tangol le sudan do ala fa bu nya fa moy ma beje pour ka daile ala fa na la family bena ndada lu ngim fale kabiri lu ngo fale lumbi nga lu ngo fale nga al kalo ni sa de kebal be ko man be do ko lu ngim fale ndala sa nga mu tanyi lu karle la wo lu ngo le ndata bu ngim daile I we wrote a letter nga sen honorable Botto Gaye nga al kalo inform sa de kebal nga kankularo ke mol nata e bentaje Jawara himself was there with the whole two brothers, manager, and a lawyer. Bungo ni nata. Kabirim bungo yelata pareta. SDF nda benu jela forum. Nata lam ol moy. Dolba falan nin nata ban na salo lambe pentro sanale Ali Academy proudly sponsored by Gaj. Mbabe pentur lare because ndel nga nyin nangam kejele ndel nga nangam kejele. Nko bari ndemo kalam. Ndeni na committee ndel na mo kalam da mo ne man tel kuma ka faale nyin nakejele. Anu hala dro fana ke akeba la ni da ko 50,000 keje ni 900 almost a million keje VDC min dundi je wala siata der ka min claim fay VDC la to sabe
ade 55,000 keje
yes VDC almost $262,000 yola da pass je o building no nyindo
the then VDC
the present
Ike.
ndala la bang na VDC la bang $262,000 but VDC man sabe wall bala akeba la ngo ko buwo bum sponsor mo kilinda mabu ko do kaje dol fon binale attention di dol be konton sanal dol bina do kulal taraje keme sabadi la keme nan di la keme lul di la
so the reason Ale Boubacar Jawara kije because he's an outsider
and not
At the market.
Okay.
atala tinna
Can I clarify one thing?
Okay.
Ko Boubacar Jawara $900,000.
Yes. And you got that $900,000 was cabling Alfred pour comme un sponsor al natle al mole estimation o kali.
Yes.
Mbe bon nyimbanna.
yes
So that for almost 900 and some plus. So ningo estimate okay sa ndiko Boubacar yo I 500 someone before and like a 400. So what stage did VDC under your leadership pay 200,000 for them?
ni data budget o nyinjibe kabire budget o dada mbe fendan dam fole min yaron ko me capture budget o nyin kon
Okay.
soko way
Okay.
amam capture budget o nyin kon peram nga min dada banda ne building o nyinjibe nga tepte ko la dada banda nga be tile pour nim musol man ko kono o nim min la fe la ye fanyo ni nyin kono ma to la kanaje mo ka je ni dada budget o nyum fana jibe toilet clean na include taje ndel nada another toilet ke outside so ngo toilet on be kono to no sol so use min be outside mini kana dimbal mini kana sa use
Thank you.
so nyin na tinna VDC la ko do dun taje
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
All right, somebody
You wanna
wanted
make
to say
it?
something.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
Stop
All
calling
right,
me
so
Samara.
Singate.
Singare, not some other boy.
God.
just say PRO
Can we write on a paper and give
Of
it
course,
to
yes.
Botto?
I think it works. To be honest.
I'm very
To be
sorry.
honest, it works.
So Sai,
Singate will walk away there.
Seriously, I was-
so Sai, lafta minna because iba fokat ne fananko the Sanyang Deep Sea la tax force. There was a tax force.
Yes.
Min Lora. But it you dissolve that tax force. Okay?
Don't
Well,
well, I dissolve it.
No, they
No,
said
he's talking about what they say.
yes.
Is the accusation.
I am quoting from what they said
Okay.
in the petition
Yes.
that they wrote to the Brikama Area Council. Okay? Ikoya dissolve le, and you included yourself and one person at all BJ. So what can I do?
You know, yalong fair warfare. Ni man jinin karo kata ko ilela. Ngamo la si dambi. Banin sa for dunia fana. Hada ma dingo dole bije. Nyin jiyo ni ko nyim mina di ba fala tul selo. Nyin ni mimbe mulde.
Yeah.
Ni ko mine ba fala tul selo. No ko jiyo no mo to ko jiyo. Dal ba ka min foko dal la ka balam bar son no mo wala ala. The different steering committee and task force committee. Inyanta in difference la na bagal. Kabirim berela kanake. Kabirim ye VDC safi. Ko nga nyilung karla muda on the 5th July June laftana la berela. Gambia Ports la staff la Ministry of Works la VDC safi. Eko bari ye 30 ye starting in organizing committee la tombong. Mom one ni woro. Bari lafta Sanyang VDC fana mo nani ya tombong ye lafeka. I see more than sabala. One organizing committee that event day and before the event. Near
But it only mean tombong, ibuta minto, imanke Sanyang multi.
Itele min tombong imanke Sanyang ko.
Okay.
Itele min tombong. Mixed Ministry of Works.
Okay, it all them
yes,
okay.
Gambia Ports bije. President's office bije, President's advisor.
The stakeholders.
But yeah, exactly.
Na meeting killing neke wolu ngona fangon del dam male nyoji. Du sanol bebe o meeting dula sekumbalo wol say something say they can. Wol bebe o meeting dula.
Dusano
Yes.
and Sekumbalo.
Yes.
Yeah, that the political advisors, boy. It was a political event.
So ndelfana VDC ndelfana nga meeting wala nga mona tombo. Nga mona no min tombo wala the chairman.
Is Dusano part of that committee?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a deputy political.
Even DGB. Mini be haftan blondeka bulu rumodu. They are the organizing committee. Musol light bulu. Kel bulu. Wala organizing committee. Ndel nata mona na tombo. From VDC according to letter nyin ya fonyami. Wo mona no ntelo na PRO Lamin Jaju, second vice Maimuna Seidi, and then Kajabayo, wala women representative in the VDC. Telling him Mona no Della Tata Purkata meeting attend.
Are those people part of
Major Momodu Bojan?
Major Momodu Boja is in Sanyang.
Is in
and
Sanyang.
then I Minister of Interior to the Jamel Time, and then I Commissioner of the Lama.
But I don't know if you will involved in this Cabrier tax force in dissolve.
Ntenimbe diamula, I believe evidence. I can show you in my mobile the whole 30 members of the organizing committee, ranging from the minister himself, Ibrahim Asilla. Can I the last person? The list is in my mobile.
Okay, so let's say kala mena sai.
Yaji be whole list of kono fay me major bojan jele jele. There is no single committee in Sanyang, VDC, and any committee whereby Major Boja is part of that committee. A committee to Sanyang kono. Me along Major is part of that committee. Major coming ke on every meeting, I can advise di, I yamaro di. Because me no Sanyang bulunda. Wala ko ye Major tombonne. Puru nyi sate kuwa dadu je because a karanta le teleman karang. Ndelbe kuwa kufema taman la na bota bantala authorities ninga pass bulunda kam Major la kumanda na be kare a free.
Okay.
But there is no single committee. Being tax force, ngamin tombong pur poro la, the steering committee poro, the organizing committee poro, Major to committee to.
Okay, let's say kala mena ulo nyi ndiko.
Alors, il s'appelle la VDC. Monan Samana. Il a VDC.
But Allah nying deep sea committee, me anko alia form. I believe ko wolel ni ministry tatanum ka communicate regarding Allah nyi relocation ko nyina. So kabri
Let us have it as a VDC. Do you inform that task force committee ko
lulu ilafta kana poro nyi yelele.
but they want the VDC to select 4 people to keep the Oh,
And again, ila 4 people on your corner. Is there any
member, you understand, me alone ko is a representative of the Dipsy Tax Force Committee.
Later on, beje follow jabela. Later on, we got an amje. Later on, VDC did none. Well, we suffered later on. I have that copy of the letter. I'm half more killing Tombon from tax force, more killing Tombon Yako, VDC did none. Organizing committee. Information about Poro La Berela. Lumina Ministry, I think Gambia Masakunda Lumolon on the 5th June. Ye Kuru wala sam. Gambia Ports Authority la Kuru Finance Sanya. In fact, they were late. Yentela call Puruma Kuru Sani Nata Yokodo Nisi. Unko how many kilo? 4 kilo. I sent somebody to go and buy 4 kilo. Sanyang alifali bele benda wolong community library nga AGM okenda. Alikalo bije. Funding kel bije, VDC bije. Gambia Ports ko inata bu ñaar kuru wala fenan ko. Junu karo tirilulu. President kana berela la min beden din Sanyang deep sea port. Kuru Sanyang ko fanan sa kalamda isa kan kula Sanyang. Yalon nga kuru wata nyadi. Wo kuro kabirin diamo beketa wol be fayda nyoka duwale beketa nada kuro kabila talale Sanyang kabilo kabila 24 makuro tala sam wanni fem nani tema ngal kalo ta bonni ni sate ke bal bulunda momo ngadila police station other institutions and school bo nada kuro nyin tala wala nyama
Gaye. Yep, special committee apart from VDC. Ming yalon ko yalon for this deep sea thing. Special committee jalla be Sanyang. Min be morala ni deep sea ko. Yalla ko committee min dissolve. Me, I understand that very well.
That is the tax force committee.
No, in fact, it's an ad hoc committee. Because nyaja mbo fokan. Yaja marse membe marse ko do min lo breakama. Kabari abe inaugurate la in Silfo Sonko's time. The same thing like that. The composition was the same. In fact, Telekata with some other staff, Kata Ministry of Works, Kata meeting already. Wala na kabira ko aso bi jambake bulurimo. Just now, right?
Yes.
They are accustomed to that. Anyway, so we will understand. We ad hoc letter. We specifically for an event. At the dawn of the event, they are out. Fine. But other than that, for any other committee, so that me along specifically, the issue is to work on or to either serve as a liaison officer between the central government and the people of Sanyang about that deep sea.
Yes, what on Montana? Kabirin on the 19th, I think on the 20th September, Kabirin Gambia Port Sanyang Safeko, ila fanala community sensitization about this port. What they followed the Birkama Era Council. Kabiri that Birkama Era Council in Ato Limited. Honorable Botto Gaye nata foyko al nyantana la Sanyang ne kadum ko nyanta kala Sanyang nyan kabiri mo meeting ke telephone VDC nga sate ko man meeting wala bi alkalo sate alifal stakeholders on ni be ko man ko fenna kana ke Sanyang yan ko adu no warta bak asembo warta VDC da mata ke no sate alifal ni alkalo nata nteni na committee sasko na committee tombo VDC la committee tombo committee follow nga min tombo atata kanya mom one killing 21 people min tombo ndano mejo boja mbo committee kono me kabere nga committee nyin declare mejo fon nata fako nga to bondije you atemanta staff la in any committee he can only be an advisor. Because I don't go in ministerially, I got administration or you will just be an advisor.
So was he part of the technical advisory committee?
No, this is different from technical advice. This is tax force. Let me explain.
No, maybe now was he part of that committee?
No.
Okay,
no,
continue. Okay.
So another funga alkalo fanam bon DJ committee nyim kon alkalo ka advisor. But in other yamaro mindi wala nyindiko ngamomin nanga motomba siatale.
Juale yamaro
Walon alkali and major ko monyin siatale. At least nga drop nan to 10 or 11. VDC nata murun kote ke nga meeting ke nga jibe nga tame. Wo mo wanning kilo be jamal la drop la je be jamal la fenke la je. VDC la na rotom bondroke. Because this committee Minyanta Lola is going to serve as a subcommittee on the VDC doing their work and then they have to report back to VDC. Nada more than killing tombo. Or more than killing kono. VDC dim fulala bije nte bijele na secretary bije pour every action, every meeting, every movement ayanta minute solve tala wala naka do ko kumas dalla kata minister ya meeting wala. In fact, the whole committee found na manta minister ya meeting wala. Nim minister meeting on beka abukata memo nanna. First meeting on beka minister mo lula tata. Honorable Botto Gaye is part of the committee. Or tax force committee is part of the committee. First meeting on Yaka minister or then Tata Human Rights Commission meeting on La Bakadaji. But the second I was part of the team, minister, I wouldn't tell more for that. Myself and then Dr. Sidu.
What committee dissolved, Telefarm dissolved?
Committee man dissolved.
It's still working.
Yes.
Fine, no problem.
No, I'm not going to ask, but let me learn. Committee man dissolved. What happens was, your meeting was okay, in my absence. My secretary was not there. The chairman of the committee is Dr. Sidu Sanyang. Your meeting was okay in my absence. Wolu mumtefanga dokula Sidu yamkola akonye bari nyosa bole bijanka mu nyosa ba. Akonye some are complaining ko you are not part of the committee. Ngoje ikonde committee kola afaita list ojibe. Ani jama la committee tombo, VDC la committee tombo. Akonye no nyosa bole bije ndekola ko you are part of it dol ko no yemantara committee kon. Wolu ngale another extra 4 people la fa committee kon.
Yere bondije.
Imam bondije yentuje.
Okay, dol la fa je.
Yo mo nano min beke je. Mo sabo be tubaw dude. Wala nyim fitina bondela se kamara malan jay and then Kintaba. Sanyang inata yankuba sise la faje. So kabaroje Yasin, use follow and call my secretary because Yasin page on you. Use for and call Akonya Koje and Cameron for being no meeting la and kind of month meeting labadokula. Akonya your committee in Yala Fade, Monan La Faje. Kind of Manjanaka. Near Nosaboka war Monano Mil La Fataje. Nquay Bondije because committee mi yaron ko be do ko kala ni sanya nim man sakunda la tema bimbe den nim poro la kula tuwawdu mi be tuwawdu mo saba mi na be wol sila je for every meeting bina ticket jola onin kata field work la
but abatu dorong bari yalo ite mantara no meeting dola mole ye ko mandi ay wo fo ite fanan kay ko woma nyanna kila i nyanne bondila yenatan bari for ite tata no committee kono ila forum moto wala yemitino soto itata je yanyin kafanan dalilo juma le yake yewol dundi je andum ite fanan ye dalilo dila pour munatin i nyante bondila je ima nyanna kela je.
Okay. Dalila follow yemin follow fo atombonya ani minatin ne tombong.
Just clarify you follow. I'm sorry. Just clarify you follow. You heading up to something very important.
Yes.
Kafoi. Abe fonson kan na bang famantara fonson kan.
Abe fonson kan.
During the time they were writing you later.
Science and thanks as we speak.
Which letter?
No.
Ako science and then abe fonson kan.
Abe fonson kan.
Excluding wo monano kodi.
Ha. Abe fonson kan.
So monano la kula bandanya.
Committee man tas. Committee kada nyami ari soful tale.
Ale o monano bondije.
Mo nga falindiro lake. Mo le bondije. Nata modol keje.
Ale o monano la bondije.
Yes.
Al nata
modol keje.
Milbe Sanyang.
Ha.
Okay. All right.
But it's important also to clarify here because when those people were being selected, you were not there.
No, he can clarify.
You were not there, right? And again, you are not the chairperson of this task force.
Yes.
Right? You are not. But you are the chairperson of the
VDC.
So at the end of the day, the chairperson and some other people saw the need to include those people and they were put there, right? So now my question is, when those people were now being removed and other people put in, did it follow the same process that they were put in and reasons given why they were going to be removed and other people put in there?
To answer that question, simple and straightforward. Nene, that task force committee is a subcommittee under VDC.
Yes.
According to the Act.
Yes.
The task force committee was selected by the VDC.
Right.
So, ni tel tate do ko ke in the do ko mas sembe table min satan dila ko itel nyanta mo nan tombon nar kala fa committee ka ni itel ni sula da modol la inyanta muruna VDC la ka fa alien sasle bandel ngaje ko human power need the extra 4 people
right
VDC la nyanto mo nan tombon
you're right
and then need that act nim fananji bes any subcommittee on the VDC mse falindiro ke no jele msa tas do la fananga committee do tombo nga to diala
yeah
but it matters nga falindiro la keje
okay. So I have a lot of...
my problem is, I know we have to move on because it needs to be clear because I know these particular people will watch the program, you understand? And we need to be very clear because at the end of the day, I want to understand who has the power and where the power lies.
That's what he said. He said the VDC has the power.
The directive.
When you select committee and they have the power.
The directive is from the VDC. Because Kabrin VDC a committee tombong. The TOR is there. TOR dada and then do ila mandate ila do ko minde wala nyindi ko ibe feo fenkela mini yeto mon VDC it have to be in consultation with the VDC.
Yeah, but I have a point that nileka down to nyumen kabu
because you remove 4 you put another people.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what
exactly.
I post selection about that committee. I post selection about that committee. VDC main selection of 21 people according to you.
Yes.
21 people are all select. But Kabale committee in someone to Kebal or whatever or Kabale's committee in form.
Not Kebal, the general, the major and then the alkali.
The major
2 people advise and say take me out but
that
reduce
is not
more.
You. Now that's not the VDC now. That is now the Bulundalu and the mayor. Wolu, they use their LLE power to tell you or to advise you to reduce it to 11 people. You understand? Now, that subcommittee also of 11 people, the care of the committee now. You understand? Also, there's a need to put the diaspora, because one thing we need to make very clear here, the diaspora are very key players in our every development. So, maybe this might be the reason of those people seek, let's put our other development partners, because one, the care of the UK, the Sanyang UK chapter, you understand, is one of the development committee in Sanyang. The care of the SDF is another development committee. So, you understand, you as the care for the VDC, one, I believe, you can write and ask for an explanation why they are putting these people into the committee. But I don't know whether you have done that, you understand, or you've not done that. And your secretary, your secretary also was part of the people who were having the meeting at that very moment.
And made the decision.
And made decision. And you were not there at the very moment. So I expect your secretary need to give you a written document, the minutes of the meeting Menketa, and you respond as per the minute Menketa. If I look at today, you'll be more vindicated. But I'm not just saying that we are not vindicated. But this is one of my points here. And Siara is raising you one very important point.
Okay, now, from then we understand, it is meaningful. Whether Nathan I understand is Mile nyum falindiro kela, but mile falindiro ke model lafaje, they don't have the powers.
Yes.
Luama sembo dila. Now, because this committee is selected by the VDC, right? VDC like a selection okay, and it only nyum committee finance select. So you sembe klingole soto to remove these people and add another people, and luai sembo dilale to add people in this committee. That's what you did. Understand.
Buba, this is just like any subcommittee on the VDC. VDC have more than 10 subcommittees. We have a subcommittee on education, agriculture, community policy, youth empowerment.
With regards to that subcommittee, mind please. Mantara diamo kan council toya. Just mana hakilmaya mbole fay kaji. So don't kana miracle ninga fem for I'm representing the council. I think when the time comes,
or you are siding with either.
Yeah. Go ahead. Na mira roto. Subcommittee. Yalam Sanyang kabila morning nani labi. Ye motan nani anin say soto. Ela committee kono. Plus other people, extension workers. Many people with expertise. Okay, you will be an IFA. So, Danaka near GBTL committees Nyantatala Mota war on Yontole. Kodi? Almost 60. One Yanta Sodala, because considering Sanyang Abanyame, we all know Now, no problem over there. Wolo nyinti ko. Subcommittees, yes. VDC nyanta subcommittee sotala. Saitalo subcommittee. Ika select nyadile. Ani ika jumal le select.
Nde Botto Gaye buka selection ke.
No, ninko ete.
Yeah,
I mean VDC.
Yes. Come like me aja ngofo because media alone we have to clear. Those are for Botto Gaye katala in subcommittee.
Allah VDC.
Yes.
Subcommittee. Alka jumal le select.
VDC subcommittee kabirin beto mbonna lumbina. Meeting wala kata VDC. VDC meeting wala ke the whole committee motan nan seobe. Nga bundal londe mini ala ko bundal la fa subcommittee to mbonna wolle like health, education, agriculture. Ndel fa madam mal kono VDC. Section 1 section nada expert will be like for instance na education committee mimma kiyamanoti tijalo nada telo tombo nga ken education committee la kiyamanoti na teacher so dol bulandije bari within the schools fana mini besanya no model tombo nge bulandi committee ni
wol manke kabilo la representative faulty
yes.
wol manta VDC la main executive
exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Like if you go to Sanyang primary school, the second vice Sanyang Dingolong is in the education committee. Okay, the mothers club the president is in the education subcommittee. Education subcommittee. Okay, neither the agriculture fana subcommittee. VDC do will be the mini alonko London soro agriculture fana mo bi jemi alonko ba study ka ngata fana kanya ton ko tije.
Bala wo fana wanke kabilo representative.
No, wo mu kabilo representative coming for it.
Okay.
But na garden bato Sanyang na garden ba mi alonko is under VDC. Nga mol fanan dol ton bonjele mi alonko be committee kon mi alonko feo fe mammo be mamambe kala min be den Sanyang garden bala ini wol be la nyanda sola nyokam pour ka tamandir ka garden ola ko. Okay, ni na health. Na second vice Maimuna said no solo atala health la nyaton koti but new subcommittee fana jibe in charge of the hospital Umar Balde is part of the committee public health most committee.
So in a nutshell,
yes.
Ila Kabilo executive mumebe mo 48 they are all engaged.
Yes.
Be executive official position also. Hanata misalo fi modul kabonam banta puru kana ke kakafima kadoko ke.
Yes.
I have a point here. Yaje coming out for Jabe, I'm not speaking on behalf of Brickamere Council. Yalo VDC lo ko sensitive tabakel.
Yeah.
And I think governance movement mi alonka kumata back in the society kono. This present generation of governance, anin nunto la governance fatata. Because why nunto Jamaica miracle they are the alpha and omega. Whatever they said, that's what's supposed to be. But here then, we said democracy. Sign yalo say maralo benyame. Akamtro ko nisikanto. Nisikanta la ulo kon yalla bu kata mbila din sol nyaato e katra din sol komale say mala lobo la nyama ndaga VDC so na sade to and I'm privy to a lot of informations about VDCs within West Coast region ku jama ba le ka fota na tablo kan yo bari yaje this subcommittees standing nde na position in fact you as the chairman na position a conflict. You are the head of that institution, the Supreme. Any subcommittee na binala, itamanya na direct executive position sotolaji. Man fair understand level. Because otherwise, ibekala the referee, ibekala the player tile, at the same time the referee. I hope you understand my question.
All right, Abdoulie responding we. I understand.
I understand me for near subcommittee bejibe ninga tara coming from nga kafahami. Subcommittee to me along Abdoulie Botto Gaye is a member of that subcommittee. Ndamantara subcommittee.
And always the last subcommittee where you are a member. The tax force.
The tax force subcommittee. Because dalilo mi adnante include tajawala nyindeko. Lot of signings, signatories, signing min be nyandakala operation on yinkono. VDC la nyanta sign. VDC kiamano la nyanta sign atala nyanta stamp. And then also Ujama fanam bije ministry, it comes directly to me. near the lateral jibe, it comes directly to him. Because Kabirin see that as with the tax force, without lawyer Lamin Jedabu. The first question lawyer meaning where am I getting the directive from? The tax force, Sanyang as a community, the VDC.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes. So if I tell you, Kujama Kalantelea, Aning, Fenjama Fanambije, Ntakatara Timo Yunkono, Nia Tamandi.
So apart from that,
apart from war committee, committee Ndemu member Tidani.
No, but
except
you should be a natural member in all committees, but not a position holder.
Except the organizing committee. Namanga organizing committee and then the tax force committee. Tax force committee, I'm a member there. But all tax force committee position tendabuide.
Okay, so
but you're still a member in there. But the point here, I agree, right, with Singate. The point here is hang on, being the chairperson of the VDC, because the VDC now oversees every other committee, whether ad hoc or permanent, whatever it is, still falls under the VDC. And the VDC now holds the oversight mandate on every committee that functions in there. So now, if I am the chairperson of the VDC, right, and I am a member, whether I hold a position, an executive position in the subcommittee or whatever, ad hoc or permanent, I'm still here. The VDC oversees these people. If we're supposed to check their work, it comes back to the VDC. If I am a member, we do something, and then that thing supposed to come to the VDC for us to check and balance and tick or whatever. This is where the conflict comes, because there is no way I will hold myself accountable. Even whether it's good or not, once I'm part and parcel of the decision, if it's wrong in the eyes of the VDC, I am compromised there. And that is why I am saying, or he's also saying, that you should not be part of any of these three, because everything they do comes back to the VDC to be scrutinized and be held accountable. So for proper governance and proper administration and leadership, you just stay away. Because when you trust people and give them to do something, you trust them enough that when they come back to report to you, you'll be able to, hold them to account without fear or favor. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even in that committee, the organizing committee, they come to the VDC, wrote a letter. You could have chosen other people and you stay out. Because when they're ready, they're going to come back to report to the VDC. How are you going to hold them accountable in case they have done stuff that is not in line with the mandate or the interest of the VDC? But you were part and parcel of it until you wore the blue, whether the light or the dark blue, but you wore a blue, right? Exactly. So in the tax force also, now the question is, it's not functional, it is functional. And where I had a problem is, you were not in that meeting, but you were called. But you sat here and said, you straight away told the person, Imanyan na wokela, sambe bondilale. So that was you talking. And do you solely have the powers to make decisions that we are going to do this, we're not going to do this? It would have been better if you said, oh, okay, this is what they did. All right, let's call up an emergency VDC meeting.
And that's what have been done.
No. But you said you told the person on the phone when they called you.
Yes,
so basically, you have already influenced the decision.
But we summon a meeting.
No, but what I'm saying is, you have already influenced, because already you have taken a position. And I'm sure the person that you were talking to on the phone will share the same views, because the person already know your stance on that. And when you come to talk about it, the person likely might share the same stance and view. So you have already compromised the process. And the other issue I have also is, if you had said, okay, we chose 21. They said, no, 21 is too much. Let's bring it down to 11. And it was justified. Now you agree on 11. They started their work. Now during the work, they saw the need to include. They included, and you were informed. You say, no, let's remove them. They were removed. I would have expected you to say, no. The VDC chose 11. Work with 11, no matter what. But you removed the 4, and then you added. So for me, it's not a matter of whether they needed it or not needed it. It's just a matter of the individuals that were added. That's what was exactly. It was personalized. It was not the issues, but the people. You remove them and added. You know what like Bayo said. I am of the view, whether they live in the country or don't live in the country, the diaspora, they're very key, you understand, in certain things that happen in this country, right? I'm sure the diaspora are able to, they have the financial muscle, they have the expertise. They should be able to influence, they should be able to capacitize and make things happen, in consultation and in partnership with the people on the ground. So this notion of imantara sabateri jang ilaftan remote control, I feel there is a way to manage that, and you all work together, whether they are in the country, but they are still Sanyang Dingo. If you had told me they are Chinese, they're Chinese or Indians, but they have interest in Sanyang, that's why I will not listen to them. But in most Sanyang Dingolete, I think they have a stake, and that might be the reason why they want to put their mouth, and I'm sure their money is in Sanyang, that's why they want to put their mouth in there. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
So were you engaging the Gambia Ports Authority without informing the residents of Sanyang? This is also
informing on what?
Engaging them, like about this deep sea issue. Like they said you were having meetings with Gambia Ports Authority and Sanyang Kolma Kalamuta.
Ngama bi fefen be forajang. Bunda itulo balale. Gambia Ports Authority. I even cleared this na AGM Gambia Ports Authority ngela moli invite gele. AGM dula.
But did you have any separate meeting with them?
You invited ports?
Okay, all right, okay.
Ports la mol benu meeting dula, AGM dula.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
They are partners.
They are stakeholders.
Yes. Okay. So we have to invite them.
Okay.
Okay.
Ngaf kuflang wala senad do AGM dula wala nyende ko force ko. Sanyang VDC in Gambia Ports or Ministry of Works ma fen sign mimbe dendi any agreement la or any document. Killing. VDC in Gambia Ports Authority man fen sign mimbe dendi any agreement la or anything. Nte Botto Gaye nena manta mfango kumwe kata meeting wala ministry or Gambia Ports Authority. Anena masoto killing kafon killing ngata meeting wala Gambia Ports Authority or ngata ministry meeting wala. But kasena ni fana, you know, Allah wolo siata la komi la yen correctional minyenga. Lol ba fala ko Botto Gaye data meeting wala ministry le Ibrahima Silla 6. I had it from their forum. Ndabe nyum forum otole. Italande delete je ni na secretary.
Iko jelle dila?
Iko ministry ya $600,000 la dintala. They said again ko Ibrahima Silla ni Sanyang alifale meeting kalumina de minna health Ministry of Justice Bama Bantasifo. The same group, they write to the ministry, Katandila ko, Sanyang is going to boycott the Berelani because they are not informed. Your ministry safele, your governor safele, your dulal be copy. Ibrahim Silla communication ko alafanim bulunda Sanyang alifal anim VDC meet. Mo meeting ke bulunda la kiamano la se kombe boja. Honorable Councilor be meeting dulal. Kebal na atandila ko. SDF wala representative mi be Sanyang bo meeting dulal lumina kuro katala. Buwa pije boja. Anu kuro fana kabira talada kabila mwani nano bela tem. Nada munun ko de jalo nga jalo jo pra esanso sakara ko na ya Sanyang be ko na katandiko. Juru kalo trilulu masakunda bina kana poro berola. Ndel fo na meeting sabake ni alkalo ni alfal mimbe den di wobere la ko na. So kakuo kumfa ndel nena mandam fangoye ministry o nde kabiri nyimporo la ko be ko master.
That's what they said. They said you received money from the Gambia Ports Authority.
Ports Authority to Lobela. Ports Authority invite them the same platform.
It's part of their petition they made survey.
Gambia Ports fana invite
undisclosed
invite nyami. Ba ndangan tafole. I said my side, Italy tafole. Gambia Ports fana invite.
I mean, for me, I would see that as an allegation if there is no evidence to that.
Buba.
Well, this is a petition that is sent to the council. I'm not saying it happened. Yeah, but
the allegation.
Buba. No. It will form a well one. That's what I've said.
Hani kuno mean for the King FM. Ndama ala moy. Ya sending nyede. Because kuno ndabe no sarakunda. One of the biggest allegation. I went to different media platform. Gajla kola. I went to Star TV. I went to Palmwood, I went to QTV, la morning program. Because he tell the same person, God ended your $3 million. The same person, God is paying me every end of month. The same person, Port say $30 million na di me your bojana, ya promise Palasola to be a board member in Poro Road. Inteta ngam fa kila different media platform. Intene buka duko muda. Ndela fuare ata Sanyang beti. Ninda sama to kondon ka ko koleati. Barinde duko Moli ko dol landin tele mi ko la fa drejin kala Sanyang amanke ko mala tajan najan akodi ma yola landinye ila contract document just to sign in ngana stamp wala je mbalanta so mine ben tabula document la gambe port slow balal he invite them for
so with this deep sea the people of Sanyang, do you think the majority are happy that in the poro bitakanje because at first Masakunda lafta nun damen na ano atol lafta damen dila no Masakunda was different. So for itol lafta damen na what is sort of atol ye damen dila
buba ngaman na do la janne wala na force na tiga
ha yes
ninkele la babi je
ha
the team ndela be team o li kanu ndanga message call be la soto threatening and everything buba mol nim pick up kana sanya ne kan de kuma de ka fanya yulu lakari nde kukile na bembulun ko lummi nenge kiyamanoti ninyim VDC kiyamane saya mo kilina tede ine na yo jamala fata sinya fula anene maso ya bade kaburo ko na wulna nim mole leaf ko take ndada nga tawota nkwani baroye nkumanda la office ko no sanya lafta min nambol dantela baroye nano en arrest je kabirin deep sea port mara the first passing ndata alkalo ndel mo saba ndel lon sanya na nyaton kolti nte ite honorable boto boja ngampare ngatal la kaso ko non after 72 hours na musol sinam bel borinta pick up koyolti natan no masanya ndata ndankuila mosif hanama don sifa be natan no masanya ndata ndankuila that was a day from the traffic
number plate jumale be wo pick up auto
tinted glass
tinted
GG
but me min Masakunda lafta damen na wala sort of
I just like the
lafta damen
specifics.
dilel
ya jere kelo be kata
ha
o kele wato kono buba tumiro be la latanta kan ni mejo boja dol fon ngata na bun kono nga forum o dola may ko boto be ports abe ports e kata da kayti dola sanje e nyanda nyi ko do namala mbe na bun kono ngala moy STA forum dol kam balne dol ka wulu nyaf na yonga broda fo la bon data nko ala delete forum because wala ke counter ndoma ndefon to honorable yanda every stakeholder ako nyim forum o ajina fitino la fena sanyang ye do bane nate mejo ado ma bejo la badin do ejo like what happens 2-3 weeks ago mejo took somebody to police because of nyim forum a very nasty information na send ka after digo yenda mejo bula ya jame ya fa mejo ba ketata ne mejo asamba police ninde mu ijawati wolu o case ninde la appeal da mejo pra case withdraw ko mejo ko ni hadama ni imu nyaton ko ti mu stakeholder sate ko mol ba fole man nde bodo gem VDC ki amana ngo sulo la bam ni ko wulol ten hawla wodo nga palaso sendi but quickly not to demean all those things that are happening on the forum, right? But it's very, very important. No, wait. Abato dorong yalo. No, wait dorong yalo. Kita bring in nata nung jang. Yalo kita bring in nata jang. Nale dia mo sian di program dol solong kata. So nale question milan. Masakunda lafta damin na. Bi poro bukata ke wol. Sanya lafta damin na. Poro kata ke woldo. Kabo hawba kata tujere. Poro kata ke woldo.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
That answers it. It's okay.
It answers your question.
Yeah,
all right. So saying, ko ye kenole wafi alaji kontema $3 million and no nyimu sate kenolti. You are accusing other people mil tambe da wala fana keno wafile. So for ye keno wafile 3 million. Mi alon ko sate kenole.
Wala fonko be alpha kumote. I think nyanda na mobile so that or you give me your number.
No mobile on nati. Yalong me wo cannot be off camera. Mobile on nati bang.
And this is communal land, agriculture. Ika fo jele agriculture. Ni kata gunjur. Janni kafta sanya na garden bar. Salaba birchoni. Saloni. Buluba karola. Dulanyi mbulu.
Jual tam lan nyenti.
Lan nyen sate tam.
Sanya tam.
Ama waf. Dula ama waf. Dula luwastale.
Lease.
Yes. Anu janna ka ke. Kebali akalam dale. Bulunda akalam dale. Alikalo akalam dale. Because on the documents found, alikalo last time, Bulunda e bulukumbala je. Gunjur se for fala lo to last time. So then the financial report for Nanjibe. Even if you go to property renting, $3 million iba jana je.
So the $3 million.
Documents here because these are activities.
No.
The $3 million is for what? It's a lease, not you did not sell.
Yes.
Let's just clear that.
Can I have my mobile?
Mobile, yes, exactly. So the accusation,
Document
so maybe it's not clear. Some people are saying you guys sold it, but you are saying here it's not sold, it's leased.
How long?
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Thank you.
Nene.
Yen beje alka mi beje ninka na AGM lumo sanyam bele bije mo be bije nyim fota jele. There was question and answer.
No, benalaji. Yalon tol fa ngana informal sotole intel. We have, SIS minkata call be. Ye feedback dinda janim bena show kono. Fine. What property? It's huge. They allege it's about 100 and something to 200 or whatever. It's big.
No.
Oh, okay. Do you have that?
It's not 200. Right now, that particular project, property in Amil Luaste, Diamola from Funtaje, there is somebody Mola Wafu before the AGM. A Wafutal and Delnamar of Fanko Wafutal. That property Wafutal. A Wafuta Minia could you find you a Bijani Soto Juo? Welcome about Farolaka, Walter de O Yirifulo Boye, Minia Luas, Minia Dulani Luas, it had a Samba police. Never do put lion call. Intel found that no co negotiate Puri Olbula. But property in found, will you do you stop here because the land have been sold before Della exists. Before Della. Me are Sanya.
Juala. Me are Sanya.
Juala.
No,
I quickly.
Sai de be fan dundilale niko ni accuse ko ya wafile ko e ma wafi ko ya luwas sai ba foka ne modo ya wafi
the evidence is very clear kabirin aka luwas kaytol min data woya indicate la ko luwas la ma indicate ka wafutale ni la mo sirfo ni woma min nyafa nga min fodoron ko ni ko mole nyimu jelte yo afale tul selo kaytol lebe la rinje
Hausande nunta la tele wala le one day I believe in you you are 100%
afa na mobile of mobile number din na those agreements mba be transfer
sa later memmen ngeni ka kokino le
and then one of the biggest allegation is it's not even Alaji Conte. So nga senani nda have no time nta katale nta program do so albela mo la nga senani nda nyanta senani
Boto ibe sila jang ya senayandi because itele sita jang ya mo sama kumandi iko wole nakalin ko ate abatu iko mole dula luru le wafi sanyang la reserve la noto itele wo fuja abatu do
ne man tara la moy kan
bela moy kan
kabirim buba kan kol yale makalam
ha
buba en kol nga min faate alon
no ngalon nente ngalon ne nga be wolon nga understand
le respect fanan nga na program la cancel pour kana buba la ñaten I cancel even be I have online
but you know what you will like it because this is the biggest platform you need clarity you are accusing people are accusing you it's good for you to clarify
let's calm down and then you have to listen to me too
no I'm telling you that
I have to clarify not you.
No, but you say you want to go. I'm telling you, no, stay and clarify.
That you cannot stop me, Nene, because
no, I can't. Honestly, I can't.
Yes. So you have to.
So, I can't stop you.
Just calm down. So,
no. Just ask the question. Some of the canal boy.
Sirifo.
No.
Sirifo. Aliantela moilantela ngasa.
Bismillah.
Natol kalbe platform o tala ya kaltati. Fente Senegal lante be wulla ngase.
Ntaka question ole ask. Tol malon, tol taraje mbe question ole ask la.
The biggest allegation for is not Alaji Conte. Ama dula ma luas Alaji Conte. Is nekma. Walla dula ni luas not Alaji Conte. Check at the financial status siba jeleje. Alaji Conte man dula luas. Sirifo, ni ta la falan sana sanyang. Ndemo agentoti. Ni ta na sanyang. Ye dula ni sam. Fay ba fala ko bota gela sa. Iba fala jama la sa. Alaji la ni fenan sanyang. Alaji Conte le fenan sanyang, but Alaji man dula sam. Nek mala dula ni luas. I'm a
For how much?
25 years.
For 25 years?
Yes.
At least
For 3 million?
Yes.
Size of the
No,
lot?
3 million every year for 25 years?
No.
25 years, 3
Lease.
million, and then $587,000 as part of their corporate social responsibility.
Every?
Each year. Yes.
Every
year.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
This is one of the things that I'm talking about.
Okay, so you wanted to ask something. You wanted to ask something. Say. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Abdoulie, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just asking. Generally, I believe there is a problem with sustainable community governance. Has become an area council given Sanyang VDC any training on sustainable community governance, for example? Did you benefit from any training?
No,
From the
Ani de ebe bibi karne de. Afo ha wala hani. Afo ha wala hani.
Honey.
Very good.
Are you aware of any trainings?
No, until
Not at all. I mean, become an area council, for example, do they have a training? I'm talking about youngs, or I'm talking about the institution. They have been signed for long. Do they have a mechanism, a training and something for sustainable community governance? May along VDC nada, they undergo that to get them up in the game.
I think I'm the right person to answer that.
No. Even he will answer all these questions. Afo ha wala hani.
you don't benefit.
Okay, all right, thank you. Singare laftale na about.
Yeah. 3 weeks back, we were at the council. Council lang kumandi, blending ko, molla ko, we serve nearly 2 years, mbalanta lakana AGM okay. Council yang kumandi, I went there with my executive committee. And the evidence all on the council nyadoko, in 2 years keje, even 1 year, 2 months markeje. Because minke dan tenata on the 28th July, 2024. Ode moncharbiya Honorable Botto Gaye.
Ite ilata Honorable Botto Gaye buka fempo Imam Botto Gaye.
Ala council wala.
Imam Botto tofo.
Regarding that letter from Yan Safmin, I call him. And then I policy for
Don't go that area. Don't go that
I
area.
policy for
Don't
him,
go that
so
area. Don't go that area.
There's a gray area, right?
Don't go that area.
Okay. Sorry for that.
Don't go that area.
So, nina executive committee na tataje nga meeting nga appoint the area council lako ndella AGM mansi bari on the 27 July 2025 men AGM kana ngo ku fula bembulu mbe nyim palaso safla de wonete kala fitinati by force every ambenne AGM kala din na sangi sabo banda by force mbe jilale ni murundi je kotake loi sembo dinala pour nga sanji sabado kaje bar ni wo sanji woro banda man sembe soto ko pour kalo andu nga ko ndina AGM lon fanan nga foje so bar wo lon fa ni mon char ni bir camera council gal ka chadal ko they want to conduct a training ko these 17 villages mini yalon ko be Sanyang Ward Development Committee ini community development officer solbe ka jakan wo fa lo nana fo mon tiara ko be tiara ba bi kon tel ngam fan sun takale mi yalon kon tel fo la mo li invite ni your training na office
Okay.
at the library.
Okay, all right. So, atol ye petition o savele, atol ya samba Brikama area.
Can he answer
Yeah, about Jabilel, of course, about Jabilel. But first, atol ye munelong about this Sanyang issue.
Buba, na time of 4 o'clock, is admin bekeri.
Yes. So you be nyim batulale in the Brikama area council then Janni Bita so that you can answer some of the questions. Okay. Go ahead.
Repeat again.
So, yalong ye petition o safele. Ya samba at the Brikama area council. Alia handle nyade anatole munelo nyim problem on.
Buba, like petition o nanata. Coming council be momonala lulalo. Yeah, it's a safaro kano with regards to your grievance. You address it to either two offices. Office of the chairman or office of the CEO. You understand? But in a matter of me, it's directly affecting a committee, a select committee office of the chairman ba bondela address to the person responsible, so that they can look into it. And sometimes you cool let me alonko council niaje be safero kelaje ye ni miro lo soto ani jiko lo soto ko e tonya le tamande. You understand? So tonya dun tamando amanke ko ni buko soto ni petition o soto bi sama be tonya soto no la. Because it also requires some processes. Facial findings like it a petition o soto no la mol bulo kono BBB iko BB fon yela judgment okay. So akatara committee stage le o committee like responsible ka findings ke not necessary that a board party invite ke engage to hear from people. They've been doing it and a lot of progress they made, a lot of success story available within West Coast region. So basically nim petition no petition nara aka treat wala nyama, not that ko another be within 1 week I resolve. No, it sometimes.
So nila petition of stage
well, what I will petition on in nanata I don't take office of the chairman, like I said, I can feel like a committee stage. So committee finance see ya jibe nyofe ya understand what is happening, because petition on in directly ke lead le coming this allegation stuff so member ke intente. They can either call whosoever is interested to have a tete-a-tete discussion with you. If you prove yourself innocent, that's that. If you prove yourself guilty, they will report back to the General Council as how they find it. So it's left to the General Council to take that decision based on what is presented on them, before them.
Okay. So albe call jibelal natara nyil mantara silo kan alba force le pura ig o minyanda kala aike natara nyil dole be silo kan fana is the same thing.
Well, let me not preempt anything here, Buba.
Ya ale chairman dol
yalo minta da fatonya ngam comme ndiamo ko ngam fe minta da fatonya nim molate la jikitela andu luwale fana sembodi la pour ka ke referee ka tonya sabatinde nalon sai ni ta da fe tonya wombe tonya tanoje ita ke ku hani mu fumwe mimu tonya de wala sabatinde la. So that's how it's operates.
Okay, all right. So ablaye nyini karo leke for alke training organized nyiliene, you know, some of these VDCs ila sate wolto you fought the cake so
very well, yes.
Ako ito masoro
ha Sanyang VDC to say ko masoto that doesn't conclude kateniku council buka training provide VDC. How many VDCs we have in West Coast region? It's in hundreds.
Ale training organized jelle
Asiata.
Jell I say how
no
much?
I cannot tell you the actual definite figure, but Asiata.
Because
I'm no come on yes I'm the PRO.
Yes,
but not don't also believe ko every bit of information coming up like numbers. We have a lot of VDCs. How many villages do we have in the in
exactly how many villages?
It's like more than 300 villages.
Yeah, 300 is not
you understand? More than 300 villages. It's more than
it's not many. Even
no,
400 is not many. So okay, let's say in 50s.
50.
There should be a system to ensure that is done.
Exactly. Of course, no. Where Buba is pushing me because yalo man la fi min. No, hanin tele garawtat.
Okay, let's say 100. Is it up to 100?
What is more important here? I don't want to give information many alonko. In the future, they will raise more questions than answers. I don't want that. What I can tell you is, even I'm more from me back because when we want to do this, we liaise with Department of Community Development. You understand? The VDC, WDC committee, Bella assessment okay, Neil assessment okay operator. Then they will put up a report. Through our planning and development, we facilitation okay to be the link. VDC even Jambanjeli benefited from this training. You go to Bonto, you go to Pirang, you go to Faraba, you go to Sotokai, different communities. So I'm not talking about the recent from Konyinde. These are because remember I started working at council since 2018, right? So I am fully aware that council have such kind of packages to train VDCs.
So you have almost about 300 VDCs, right? What would you say?
Villages.
I mean, villages. But each village is supposed to have a VDC,
It's supposed to, but not all village have a functional VDC.
Okay,
we
functioning.
have to understand
okay,
that.
but then we're just talking about what's supposed to be. So if you have 300 villages, you are supposed to have 300 VDCs. Supposed to. That's why I'm choosing my word. You are supposed to have 300 VDCs under the council. So, I mean, if you just want to say, okay, we have trained, let's say, 20% of this VDC or 15% of this VDC, and of course it's going to be ongoing. But one thing that remains a fact is, as he claims here, that you have also substantiated, they have not received training since he became the chairperson of their own VDC.
1 year.
1 year, exactly. Yeah. It's a long time.
And
they should,
because been aware of any training that Sanyang actually
that's where I was coming. And 1 year is too much because these trainings happen from the initial stage. In the initial stage, you know what I mean. And then again, I want to also say there has not been a training, because if another VDC was there for 7 years, that they have to be forced out. Those people are not trained to even know their functions and function well, to be able to even stay there 7 years and not even conduct a single AGM, as he said here. So that also needs to be looked into and ensure that those things don't happen. Because the people that receive the proper training knows their function, knows what needs to be done at what time, because all that is transparency and accountability. But before he goes, I want to come back to Botto. I want to come back to Bokro because you are here. Understand? Adia I connect internet total because you are also supposed to show us.
I read it.
No, but wait. You read it. We haven't read it, and we have to comment on it, Buba. No, but we have to do it on the show. Yeah. What? No, not after the show. It has to be on the show. Don't give us information after the show.
No,
during the show. But what I'm saying is, no, connect fini. I'm talking first. Wait. Connect len.
Just go ahead and with your contribution.
But what I wanted to say is, right, Botto, as the chairperson, 1 year, you are taking credit of doing a lot of transformation and initiating a lot of things since you came that has not been there, which is commendable. If it is that, and if that is what is happening, it's commendable because this is what leadership is. You bring about change, right? And people are supposed to measure up from where you took off and where you are and where you're going, especially when you leave. And you're going to leave at some point in time. But now you are presenting a document nicely, the financial statement of SVDC, Sanyang, whatever. Let's say the VDC, Sanyang is like a business, right? The Sanyang village is a business. And then the business, for it to survive, you have to appoint managers or directors, people who are going to drive the business. And that director also, you have to have people, that's the staff. Yeah, that's why I'm speaking so fast, because this is very important. You handed this over to us. So, and you have the staff, right? And all that, and the staff that you're the manager of the VDC business, and then you have your VDC executive, who are the staff of the VDC. You're supposed to run the affairs. You have expenditures, and then you generate funds. There are certain organizations, they are not income making. They only spend because they provide service. But you guys, you make money through all these other services and all that. And of course, you say rental. And one rental that caught my eye, which you told us here, I was not even aware. I asked you the question, how big is the land? You haven't answered that question, but you said it's not up to 200 by 100 or whatever, because I wanted to know.
You will see it on the document.
On this document?
No.
Which document?
The document I'm going to send.
And that's why it's important we have it before the show finish. So, but then $3 million is lease for 25 years, which means every year is $10,000. Now, I'm telling you, this is a business. Every year you make $10,000 from that leasing. Right? And I think the Sanyang people, that's the business, the owners of the business, should fire the manager and all the staff. Because that is a very bad business, if you ask me.
Everyone? Is it everyone?
Every year, 10,000.
Every year, it's $3 million for 25 years. So every year, which means it's $10,000. A whole year. But that's the lease.
He said every year they are going to also contribute to the social corporate responsibility.
Has that been done so far? Have you received any corporate social responsibility from them?
It's going to start this year.
No. You see, let me tell you.
You can't do that and then the rent.
No, because of time, let us be honest. When it comes to my time, I will talk. I will give the blame partly to them. He has done tremendously a good job based on what he has narrated here. But there are red flags. You see, when...
A lot.
Yes. If you give NIGMA a place lease. You want to lease it for this 3 million. How have you arrived at that 3 million? If Nigma is going to get 100 million every year, why should they be paying you 10,000 and give you 575? Why should they do that? How do you arrive at that? Okay, you've given us your audited your activity and financials, but this is coming from you, who has audited to confirm this.
Yeah, exactly. I would have seen an audited financial statement
yes,
and a bank statement.
You have tried because you
bank
said
statement,
it has never
which is
in Sanyang.
So
it means you have done great.
Yeah, so
that's why I asked.
Well, that is what he has said.
Yes. I just want to come to
we understand.
Sorry, so Buba. I think I'm a salving finger because it's 3:48. Then I cannot drive 12 minutes to me back here.
Okay.
And then I have a program.
Okay.
I paid already.
Okay.
If I'm late of the program.
No, you really didn't late.
Okay.
Somebody else cannot go to that program.
Yes. No. I have to go there with my secretary.
Okay. All right. No
Can the secretary
problem.
go and start? Where is the
It's
secretary?
the same program like this. And then it's
That's what I'm saying. Can the secretary
Nene,
start?
we are
to make the
taking
secretary?
more time. Can you just continue?
I just want to ask him one question, one very important question. And Abdoulie will understand. The audited report. Because every
Question on you got kanale. Just ask the question, huh?
Yeah, audit the bank formal audit.
No. I'm present at the AGM. I watched the AGM. I'm present here.
So he answered the question. He already answered the question.
He was not present. But why did he give us? They did not give us audited. You would have given us audited report, not this. This is made by them.
But before I come to this program, nobody told me the agenda of the program.
No,
but if you bring this, why did you bring the audited and the bank statement?
I gave you these copies.
There were people on the ground during
Sorry.
If he said, the audited report was presented and it was not presented. Now the people of Sanyang are listening to him.
Actually, he did not answer. I was the one that answered. So ask him the question. Let him answer. Because that's his responsibility.
Bring Alcada AGM. Yal audit the bank, alala audited report of bank, alala present because in an AGM you have to present your yearly audited report as far as after 1 year later AGM. Have you done an internal audit? Do you invite internal audit bank? Alala present to the committee or not?
No, we don't invite internal audit.
Do you have do you do any form of auditing?
Yes.
Who did the auditing?
We have na second na vice ademo finance out of
VDC la vice.
Yes. Lamoy. And then
it a form of VDC la vice.
Let me talk. And then ngamola invite outside. Me yalonko before the AGM. Pura nyimbe check. And then way forward.
Is that an auditor?
Yes.
Is a professional auditor?
Yes, he is.
Did he stamp it as a
certified audit report?
I don't say that qua stamp. He's even working at the
national
audit.
Okay.
Pura be verify, be check.
So where is that report? Where is the audit report?
No. He's not saying ki dafa audit there. They don't verify. The audited one. The one that you people audited. That they audited. Lola don't verify.
And then
but never audit.
AGM because of because of time wise. Na vice la fango declare because atala ni read. Finance report ni read. Ndang activity report ni read. Another time deal al jeko. Nying wati kare audit report abe funtilale. And then if you are relevant stakeholders and institutions, you are best staff level there.
Is it adoptable? AGM ya adoptable sondara.
Yes, na staff mulbe.
Is adoptable. Fine, formally ka foko okay ale min fon sondara.
Yes.
No, ima adopt parce que mitino a janjanta nyame ima je question answer bulunda moko question o sis naka question o kanyantale ni moye question o soto aliya la fansu mitino ke aliya question o to bare nyim mitino to jang abantale a janjanta wo no adoption was done.
That's what I don't understand. Yes, that's what I'm coming to ask.
In fact, like a lifeless.
So,
but it was totally right. Was totally.
AGM adopted.
Anything there when a meeting ended that way. You know what I mean?
So you are finally because
okay. Thank you so much for coming.
From what he has said, if you look at it, it's not an extraordinary performance on their side, all right? But I will give a general observation of the Gambia. According to UNDP, Human Development, their Human Development Report, it is only 1 in every 5 members of VDCs that can even draft a basic project proposal. And we lose 5 to 2 million minimum yearly because of the capacity gaps in our VDCs. Now, that confirms that if NIGMA is coming to have, for example, something a place in Sanyang, and they are saying 3 million, for example, each year for 25 years, when you break it down, 10,000 something, as my sister did the wonderful job, it tells you these people enter into things that they don't even know because the knowledge isn't there. Now, VDC, I have said time and time again, should be looked into. You see, why Africa and Gambia specifically Montano Nyato is because we are taking the top-bottom approach of development when it should be bottom-top or bottom-top. If these are the people that should negotiate, these are million things now, $1 million, and they don't know left and right, they could easily be manipulated. We would not go. I believe if we have the right people, they could have gotten 3 million a year. 3 million a year. They could have gotten that. Because they would request for NIGMA's business proposal. Know what the business would constitute, what are the forecasts in terms of revenue generation.
And the environmental impact.
And the environmental impact assessment. All those things are not clear whether it has even been done or not. Now, if people are running a village and they don't even know how to run a village, you expect those people to help develop. But who should also help the VDC? The VDC are directly under the councils. The reports are there. Now, that's why I always tell people, sometimes when I see some of our councils, milling machine, this, I look and laugh. You know why? Because, you see, you cannot develop if you don't have the knowledge. Forget it. It's not going to happen. Now, councils should not joke. I'm not saying they are joking, but they should not joke about human, development, about capacitizing these VDC people. It should be year in, year out. Let's be frank. People who get masters and PhD, every day they will organize seminar, this, to eat money. Right? After learning all these years, made research, still you cannot do your work. They have to be training you every 6 months. But the people that actually are the backbone of our economy, you don't even train them for 10 years. And you say you are developing them. What are you developing? Because they will mess up, just like what is happening. That is why councils should begin to conduct what you call sustainable community governance. So that these people will be able to know how they negotiate contracts, how they do what they need to do in terms of sustainability, in terms of resource mobilization. They have failed a resource mobilization opportunity because NIGMA alone could have made a lot of things, and they should have not leased it. They could have even gone in for partnership. Why should I give you big land for 10,000? No, I want to be a partner. I will have this much, but I will also be a partner until the end of the program. And after you leave, what impact are you going to have? All those things have to be there. But they cannot because, yes, the truth is, Ntol buka Palazzo di Mola because I am lonely. Nka Palazzo di Mola because mitino keta alfa atelka serial fela alfali. The job is not that. What a problem. So I asked the councils to do a lot of work in terms of training their councillors and in terms of training these development-oriented community-based organizations. It will boost a lot of things.
All right.
And this treatment thing is an indication that they have lost it.
And it's one of them.
It's one of them.
Yeah, I just want to make it, I mean, Fonko, left up one point, just to make it very clear. Well, Nina did a very good calculation. It's 10,000 every month. Not every year. It's 10,000. It's 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, you were saying yeah. So
But even 10,000 every month is not
yeah,
good.
it's 10,000 every month. Like 120,000 every year for 25,000.
For how much of land? What are you talking about here? And what are they doing?
I mean,
This is 25 years. Anyway,
It's 25 years. The contract is 25 years.
Even that it is
And unfortunately, sorry, Sinfo, why we don't want to go where you're going, you see, could it be an incremental base or static?
It's static. It's 3 million. 3 million.
In business, we expect it to grow.
Yes.
So what if they are now assuming getting billions, for example? Still, is this? You see how unfair it is.
Yeah.
So most of these people do not know how to even do what you call basic contract negotiation.
Yeah.
See, 3 million has been paid.
And who should have given them that opportunity?
Yeah, okay.
It is the councils that should have. But this is what I've been telling people, and I told you severally. And for me, I engage this mayors and whatever,
And
even youngs, not long ago, on this particular matter. I will not tell you what he told me, but on this particular matter. No, the issue is this. He had an issue with the diaspora. From his discourse on that, it's already general. But I don't know what I did.
Remote control.
I won't what I did with this.
It was kind of vice versa.
But he will watch it. It's not like they're saying things behind his back. You know what I mean? He would have said it to
You
him.
will see, for example, if he were here, I was going to tell him again, go. You see, expertise is not something that has to be in Sanyang only. No. You can have development-oriented experts. Many along in Buckingham, they will contribute and tell you, no, when you go to the negotiation table, ask for this, ask for this, ask for this. It doesn't matter whether they're in Sanyang. But when you want to elbow people, especially those that are, you see, let me tell you one thing. It's a general problem in the Gambia. Buba, if you are the one who is asking a lot of questions, you don't grow in this country.
Yeah.
You are sidelined.
These people, I'm not in their forum, but they have been asking questions. So, you know, when you are challenged and you cannot be, let's say, for example, look, from this, his explanation, he thought he won a big trophy for Sanyang. 3 million! And it is not sold. But me, I know he just blundered. Now, if I ask him and pinpoint to him that you got a mistake here because this was not done, environmental impact assessment, this and this and this, he would feel I have challenged him or challenged his
You are against his leadership.
This is it. So obviously, even the next time he wouldn't want me. This happens even in my own place. Imagine, I'm a VDC member, but I cannot even tell you what happens.
I'm sure they don't like you in the meetings. They don't like it in the meetings.
I'm even existed from the group. When you ask the right things, believe me, they fight you in this country like dogs.
I'm like, that one is not a surprise.
It's not at all. At all.
So then basically, Buba, just to add on what Mr. Bojan said, yalong tonya mu tonya leti. Moebe koku kono nin tonya na tatak admit. Ali move on. Wala ka dunia samba. Niko councils la mama doyata VDC la training na karola le. I agree. You understand? But for now, I'm very much happy. Kabirenga nata ya nafe on both sides. Now it's collective. Yalong sometimes it more train. You cannot train untrainable people.
What do you mean untrainable people?
Fine, but come in Bojan, some of our selections at our village levels, composition of VDCs, bro. You understand? Me along ko hani esa warako bunga man fellonje. Abata se warako bunga man fellonje. Ibo train no la ni tuba kan wala nyaadi tuba kan wala nyaadi lomba
train man ga kan wala wala kan.
No, yalo mimbi sign. Fa mo la ka safero okay project proposal ba safero la ni man ka kan wala.
But maybe they will need people.
Maybe so mintada kumara. We are all Tonya council, so we will work towards that.
Okay.
It's important ka dolje training aspect ni because VDC la effective functioning, it contributes a lot to our governance too because it will la grassroots fenkoti it will na immediate interface. So iba ila ni wol tata no ila function so ya understand it can work no perfectly. I can tell you, VDC Lako is very sensitive because I can't tell you. So what a currently
that is important. So saying with Allah council, sama natale.
Now. Before we don't follow, I mean, let new VDC go when I think.
If it did happen to you.
No.
And different function after the amount.
And even time.
I intentionally wanted to ignore both of you, but
we will not allow it. We will not allow it.
We have interjecting.
Enough to worry about it.
But I think people contribute a lot in that
So
this VDC.
Exactly, yeah. So left like diamond of your VDC code. Apply point of member is very important. VDC for a train for your long count. Name VDC mail a long count long. A man train among London some of these problems will always happen. Rather balance to quality. But I also believe VDC la Tomondro Fernando. There is a lacuna in the law. The local government act. The local government act, not about the membership, but the local government act need to bring a form of qualification on the chairmanship and the secretary. Chairman in the position of lawyer, agenda qualification of Minnesota, a secretary for lawyer for agenda qualification of Minnesota. If you look, so we now Marco coming towards the training aspect, where it will be easy for the councils to train, even not the entire committee, but the council to train the chairman and the secretary and even maybe the auditor, understand, and the financial manager, understand, because these are new VDC la bulul. So one call me along they are lacking. To speak, I remember, you understand. I mean, when we came to become a council, you understand this thing. I mean, has been coming, you understand. There have been a lot of VDC problems. Yeah, Kabin told Nata, Senator, you know it. Kabin told Nata and told this new council in Became council. Nata fit no be caring to la sati jama ballet. One of the examples from the young it so one of the biggest problems was Kazakunda. And then truly speaking, the Camera Council VDC double DC committee, they are doing fantastic job. When they came, I mean, they are trying to settle almost all these problems. I mean, the chairman of that committee, one of board from the board are coming for that. And one thing about like Sanyang AGM, Nyaje Botomang Sanyang AGM because he is from Sanyang also, and then so Kataraji to have a role. There are so there was an AGM also at Badokung. So, but you know, Abdoulie for council. I know council is already having plans because I think the matter comes one of our meeting call. You know, council need to provide training for the double DCs follow. You have to provide training for the double DCs and from the double DCs to the VDCs. The double DCs can give it to the VDCs, to the grassroots. So that is something I think
thank you.
Okay, first of all, you know, unfortunate that he had to leave for them, which is understandable. Again, you know, people are busy. No, you know, you know, the introduction here, the ethnicity composition. Ethnicity composition. You understand? They say comprised of Manjago, Jola, Fula, Wolof, Mandingo, Serer, Balanta, and Europeans. I'm American. Where are and we have in Sanyang. The Chinese. Where are they? No, I'm not talking about. That's my. But where are they? You mentioned European. Where the American and the Chinese and Chinese? Everybody for no. You know why you mention European? Chinese in your I'm sticks in Sanyang than anybody else.
If you are European, they want to say diaspora.
Honestly, in Kiang, if you say Europe, that is the entire diaspora. If you are in America, you are in Europe.
I understand.
If you are in Europe, you are in Europe.
That's how Kiankas think.
That's how Kiankas think.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I can.
So you want to say
no, I'm not talking about Sanyang.
So you know it's from Kiang. Anyways, I will take this up with them.
Yeah.
I would have loved him, like you say, to bring an audited financial report, which definitely was an issue at the AGM because people asked for that. You know, these documents was written by them, and then they put whatever they put. And this particular question of the 3 million, right, was asked because people wanted to see, well, you've acknowledged that you received 3 million. As bad as the deal is, you've already signed it on behalf of the people of Sanyang, and monies were paid. But where did the money go? Where is it? They wanted to see that reflect in their account, which was not provided. That caused a lot of brouhaha and all that. And if you had brought an external auditor's report, because those people are going to look at all these expenses that you put in the report to reflect on the bank statement to verify it. That verification part is missing. Nobody has done that. So every money you've received, every expenditure you have done, there was nobody to verify it, but it was only your word, and you impose it on the people. And the meeting ended abruptly or whatever, because people were asking those relevant questions, which is, for me, I don't see that as good leadership. You understand? I don't see that somebody really serving the interests of the people, because now, where I have a problem, you have made it your business to go around and look at what Sanyang owned, the land. You have made it your business and look at what was sold. And you also made it your business to even look into who sold those things, because he has made it clear that Alcalo's hand is in Tolbe Nyatonkole Chodila. Alcalo, because naka Sandiro Tekela amang sign or ama stamp ala bulukomba keje bulukomba ikaw fole nyama aha aya bulukomba aya kejele. So but then now you are being scrutinized or held accountable for also the things that you have done that the people feel doesn't serve their interest. You have a problem with that. You understand? So at the end of the day, if we're trying to say we want to be transparent, we are holding other people to account for their flaws and what they feel to do, you should also subject yourself to that scrutiny and be transparent enough as possible. I will not applaud him, because at your first AGM, if you have done everything else, just bring an audited, financial report and put it on the table. You have nothing else to say. Leave that paper to speak for you. But that was not done, but you want to be the one to run from one media house or answer questions by yourself and your team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought the bank statement is here.
It's
not.
This is financial.
No, bank statement was not even provided at the AGM.
So what backs the statements?
And this is the problem.
That's what I don't understand.
This is the problem. But it all boils down to
you provide this one, you should provide a bank statement.
Yes. Thank you.
To support.
No. You don't even need it for yourself. Let the auditors do the work, and then you bring that. Possibly what you can just do is just like a little synopsis, you understand, introduction or statement that you will do, and then the auditor's report, because it will have all the narrations and everything else. That will be the thing that you present. That is what a proper AGM, that is scrutinized and transparent and accountable. That's the way it should be done. But you don't give me, and that's why I said, Sanyang call Nyante Baila, because you are the managers and you guys have failed woefully, because you haven't done anything else. We don't know where you put the money. But that particular deal, like you said, is horrible. They need to review it and see how it will benefit the people of Sanyang. But then again, what they say, in the land of the blind, the man with one eye is the king. And I think that this is what the problem of Sanyang is. Well, not really that, because when you have people in the diaspora, or even within Sanyang, I know people who are highly educated, who are holding very high positions.
Yes.
Are those people
consultation was done properly?
Properly, exactly. Now you talk about you have a lawyer, Lamin Jedabo. Was Lamin involved in this deal of the NECMA? Probably not. If Lamin tells me that he was part of this and advise and say it's okay, it's a good deal, I will go and speak to the bar association about Lamin Jedabo, right? The soldier guy, what's the name?
General.
The general that they see is an educated person, and that's why they felt should advise and whatever. Was general consulted in this land deal? If general was done, I will go back to the army and say reconsider the general title, because I mean, as a primary school girl will not even enter in that agreement with such a business. They don't even know what these people are going to do or what they're about to do, the impact and all that. So basically, you just come and say, Alaji Conte brought them. Alaji Conte is a businessman, experienced businessman. And Alaji Conte will come bring partner, and the interest is about him, not even the partners or the Sanyankas. So all we brought them was whatever is going to serve his interest. They needed to make sure they get advice and people who are going to be on the negotiation table that will serve the interests of Sanyang. And the VDC failed in that. And under his leadership, and he needs to accept that and try to make it better. And he sat there and said, Sanyankas are united. Ndolbe kankili. What I saw on that day, kankili tedede, naka muang nani lebeje. Come on in nani lebeje.
I don't know, Buba. I think he's saying for a minute. I don't know, because all the VDC pollers I have had, some I know personally, 3 million is always the price. Tell them
I hear another 3 million that side.
3 million problem wala ke.
Barak move fala.
3 million.
No, barak kuta sa dog. Barak kuta no manke was about 7 million.
Huh?
Barak. It's about 7 million.
Well, for wo problem.
You see, Bob, it's an opportunity. I think VDCs, they are involved in selling land without even that committee. Thank God Sanyang has reserve. But the VDCs that I know, they don't even have a land for park, reserve for market. They are selling. I can understand that. And some of
But
them,
they told you that 5 reserve lands have been sold. He said that.
Yeah, at least for them they have reserve. You have VDCs that don't even mark a place.
They don't have anymore because that have been sold.
They have been sold.
There is no reserve anymore. That 5 he mentioned that they own has been sold.
Singare in 5 minutes. Samad nada. Like the people of West Coast last year, kabring Yankuba nada problem o tarajele walem flood minkeke in West Coast, right? Especially in Brikama. Like last year for the same thing ketale, but molbe min fokang in West Coast walem yindiko Yankuba me office at the time. This year for sama murtanane. Now, what are you people doing? Prukaji ko nying flood ye akanana this time.
Thank you very much, Buba. Yalong between flood at sometimes it's nature.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's due to poor infrastructure. Okay. Alandaro. I have to be honest.
Yeah, nature, yeah.
Yeah, but coming from our West Coast, ala Fanoni, if you look at West Coast carefully, ala Waroni, we don't have that resource. Pour kadulabi manyola, kabrikama ma kata kalaji ma kana brusubi ma kata bijlu ma. We cannot expand such. But this year, na ming landi na priority kata muludame wolam brikama te. Brikama fana manke brikama be because near brikama fana GB. Brikama fana is one of the biggest community in West Coast.
So you mean Marseille Bedam?
Marseille Bedam because jeka ke hotspot lati.
It's concentrated.
You understand me? Because near GB, moving kabenji, Gambia bele kaben Brikama Marseille, even within the sub-region. Because so dalilo kama ni sama keta serum akakanya menga jejele. Serum ko akakanya menga jejele. So nina nko okay, we want to pilot something. Anu alhamdulillah na kele is successful. Wo keta no nyame wala marché wokono gota sol bi jele amanke ko iteno drainage fenkol benu jele bari atata le fo abesu kita completely bladol fe kata tama ke kan yara fam because nte nga dulta bladol to nga tare dinkol bi bladol to nena malon ko drainage fenko gotale bayde bitikol lotol do kan already okay bari bi alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Last year, Dulal Minka Mol Batandi Marso Kono, be wol mu be we have a success story there. Because one of the hotspot place je kakenu Trust Bank nyatili mold. Ikafo je Nyambi Johnson. Nin sama keda bi. Fujan nin sama somanda, nin sama siar. Fujan nin sama somanda. Ni badunda je kela sama to bural. Last year. Jio kanala fuija. Okay, but bi nin sama keda kabiri nyindu ko keta pareta ni sama keta within 30 minutes jeka accessible, everything goes normal.
Jobe katale
aning wari marcela drainage ni ko kutute no marcela drainage to nyanta ka ala exit point dada. So the exit point natara ko to fana be weti nyari ne ni sama ba keta sangolla brikama lo bladul ka flood Gunjur Johnson ma fa ji ka flood canal bakatong labor wol fana but they were all clogged be finkata so ngol do be virile bari nada another special drainage la fana create new one that is covering like 100 and something meters from lasting with our special team construction and maintenance team wala ko be point here we have our consultant an external consultant who can guide me and alhamdulillah it is successful. Woba Jambat Sane Mafonga because Brikama Jambat Sane Fana was very prone to flood in those years. Okay, you know, Hana Atra Misalo Misafoko Samabama na follow We are still in rainy season. Okay, but nyinang sama ndingo min nata. Womang ibatandi. They even about to celebrate because personally in Tataji, you'll hear them saying, okay, non tel nyinang, tel te fem fono la. After the phone, ke baru do phone ko yuko. Afo yang kubayako. Nasi da wato wari akafo amin. Sanin sama be kekan. Inka wili le damarek na sin na blue auto. Mbe sama jibe ka bita kan nyame. Jiyo buka. In those days is name to sama keta. Hani samanding. Wol family mo buka sino. Mo be katara on standby. So but be alhamdulillah what drainage will na fino jet. And the one thing is very important again is mafako jiola ko mbabe maral 100%. That is wala mun na miro na intention oti infrastructure ni mi yatina ning ata wala keta jioto mo batandela. We want to do it 100%. But then sometimes nibe diam la fane kela resource ni na jibe because ita do ko kenola resource ni koma. So you think critically and you manage very well within your resource, the available resources. You understand? Not even the anticipated ones.
So fomba jilale ko because this year I concentrate bir kamale. Fomba jilale ko sama ita fire bang because sama bang follow sama waramalu maybe bina nyatole yin sama kono. So fomba jilale ko sama ita fire bang jiomando bir kama ko la siaka kenu nyame.
The area mentor because we need to be specific here.
But I mean I'll be Marcel to
exactly that ning atara infrastructural availability coming drainage labetar laje wala nyanta ka jioning kare ka samba to avoid flooding within that area. I can tell you ko nyinang ni samana re flood tekalaje. But like I said, flood is nature, right? If you sign ama me back Nigeria lo ma fa nga ma flood ketajela. I went to Abuja, I see the infrastructures there. You understand? I went to Europe, I see the infrastructures there. But notwithstanding, flood kakajela sometimes. That's why I'm called nature law. But ningatra infrastructure coming drainage la batin na matso kono geotology ani brikawa jambar sane flood tekalaje ningatra drainage long. Then this year I can solely tell you ko geotology.
Okay. All right, my last question, sorry. Allah motol be narale saying for motol be manna milyan Allah motol alni espace moto be dilo men. Yes, nga kibaro should not even officially or formally. Yalo na last time kabin nara jang ko hegna before end of July. Motol ni ba arrive. Okay, then alhamdulillah formally Kiaman received a communication from Espas to inform him that vehicle should fretale bari ikita Dakar le you know cardinal ko ifotale moro jelem yalo no for now no ni ko fen ko consignment no nyum kono mo mebe jibe dol natale dol already wol be mbul jana wolo wo two open truck on nyinti and is it 10 wheel or whatever two open truck on we have our caterpillar we have our shovel loader we have our is it two pickups will be delivered. Will not already. So many to Tacoma will long yeah, and septic tank will be delivered. By the also don't need stock. So many to Tacoma will long this 5 compactor trucks plus 2 skip being loaders. So will not. So Kibaro Sotoko kuno will cross that. The one in Betalo Yatasilu Funka because we need them badly. Really. Okay, I'll be able for espace. It are espace then hopefully before end of next week. Monday le fongo target kan pour kanaka delivery ke no. All right, okay. Nere, what do you langa observe this year in West Coast? Yankuba gis nañ ko most of the time that they gain that they join liggéey kat yi fofu nonu ñu si liggéey bi fofu nonu si drainage bi and gis nañ ne this time wangum gisuñ si marché bi any problem. Why living now it be a good last start. Lan mo sa observation in West Coast. Well, I'm this flood scene it's like nationwide. It's not peculiar to Birkama. Yeah. But mom Birkama akawole abe je lemara. Yeah. Saying so holiness floods in Birkama to if last year or this year. Yeah. Lufa yagala. So I think they wanna measure
leadership, understand, and people who are really there for the people is the impact that they do, that they make. Now, when it comes to this flood, the people of Birkama yaga nañ di ko joy. And that they make it's like, imagine nawet lu baax la si dëkka. Parce que suñ believe in agriculture mooy yóbbu dëkka mooy dunda beek, you know, and all that, which means ne nit ñi dañ war di am nawet. dañ ko war di ñaan pour mu growing up, you know, nawet bi daf daan gën a yàgga. It starts around May, you know, because loolu la ñu jàngal sa May, June, you know, and then mu end what?
September,
October, November. You know, right? That used to be the rainy season period. But léegi da ngaa dem ba May jeex, ba June di waaj a jeex si, nga soog a gis muy wis ak yooyu noonu. So there is some kind of, you know, global change in terms of the trend. Okay? Why now? So demee ba nga xam ne dëkk boo xam ne su xiinee sax nga gis nañu seen kanam yi ñu change parce que change na seen mood. Waaye mu change seen mood parce que jafe-jafe yi ñuy jànkuwanteel. Ida seen néeg yi di seena, you know, seen kër yi flood, mbedday flood. Gambia nga xam ne su tawee no productivity, none, because nit ñi man de su tawee man amuloo barke ma génn dawal suma moto yi. Nawet man dama xam fu maa dugga fu ma du dugga. Parce que everywhere is a pothole, because du ma dugga si koñ nga dugga sa moto bi duuta mu yaaxu mu indil la a long time predicament boo xam ne kenn xamul. Lépp lan moo ko waral? Poor drainage system. Now, Birkama specifically, they've been battling with this predicament for so long. Now, if you have Yankuba who comes and listens to the cries of the people, especially the women in the market, ñun ñëpp gis nañ pictures of 2-3 years, right? I saw my subordinate, my subordinate, then come to be my boss at some point in time, Sonko. Duga ci biir ndox bi.
Oh, yeah, Silvo.
Yeah, yeah.
He was their driver. He was their driver.
Yeah. So
Silvo, how Sonko was?
Hey, let's not get there. Let's not get there. That's my boss. Let's not get there. That's my boss. ñun ñëpp gis nañ ko time boobu noonu mu dugga si.
So is he also a driver?
La, Uba doo bàyyi. Uba doo bàyyi.
You understand?
You tamit nag. All but why?
Okay.
No, Nana said he was his subordinate.
No, I call.
No, that's right.
That's what Nana
One
said.
time, and then my boss.
No, then, and now your boss. Silvo is just trying to say
No.
Ani Tariko Mwal today.
I don't Tariko.
I'm drive
Can't drive volume. Different volume.
No, keep phone call, man. It was a chief controller.
Chief controller of what?
Chief controller of the bank.
The vault in the bank.
No problem, but Belajo
Silvo had access to the vault of the bank.
And then please continue.
What I can say is my boss and my very good boss. Yes, you understand. You don't defy your boss. And we saw during his time what was happening. The flood everywhere. You understand? Mulla suokono, especially that highway. You know, being the fare yon bi dafa e keri wacha. You know, so you rom nga gis keri mu ngi melni ki wayo. So if you have Yankuba now come and say, okay, I can't do it all, but at least the little I can do, I can remedy. And it seems like, it is having impact, right? It's not resolved 100%, which I don't even want Birkama or Yankuba to feel that I can do it 100%, because that is not his job. At the end of the day, those drainages you can only do within the communities and things like that. But it goes, you understand, to meet the major drainages, which is supposed to be central government. In the absence of that, whatever drainage you do, it's a waste of resources, because it's not going to solve the problem. So this is why, man, I'm not even look at the council. I want the central government to look into this thing. Guess nga so drainage you ba amon, nga am maps and design. Council be suñ ñëwé bu ga defal drainage. It's just a matter of bring your technician, the consultant, let's look at the design. They know how to remedy the situation where they can build drainages pour mu meet and the other one to solve the situation. Because legally nga build drainage fini, it creates a bigger problem. Why lan mo de cause lolu? Because lack of design, lack of master plan, lack of coordination. Parce que ñele ne la ñu ngi bëgg wone ne ñun ñoo topato askan bi. Ñele tam ñu ngi bëgg wone askan bi dañ ñu elek ñun tam topato nañ, so you have two elephants fighting. Okay. So it's the grass that suffer. But I say kudos to him. I mean, let him keep up the job, but let him not be under pressure to just solve drainages and forget about other developmental things.
No,
Let
he's
him
not.
leave that to the people.
No,
He's
he's
not. Am nañ bot te ñu ngi dégg eewu nañ.
Yeah.
Xam nañ lan la war a def te xam nañ lan la central government war a def. You understand? Fu mu mën a defee na def waaye let him not be pressured too much. Ba mu fàtte other things understand nga just to do what central government is going to do. Let the people put pressure on the central government to come in and do the needful. That's what needs to happen.
Sure.
Abdoulie, go ahead. You're not going to talk about this topic.
Okay.
No.
Just give him chance.
I'm like talk.
No.
No, but Buba.
No, just go.
No, I'm more serious. I'm the moderator. You know why?
No, just let me. Okay.
No, now I'm finished. No, you know why? In my capacity, I'm sitting as
a PR.
Brikama Area Council, right? Whatever I said about Brikama Area Council.
Thank you, it's final. And that's my point.
So I'm not here for Brikama Area Council.
No, you are here on your personal issue. So you cannot talk about Brikama
But
Area.
you're the one doing the work. We see you on the ground. You're at the camera. More than
Thank you so much. Abdoulie is a concerned person from West Coast, so Abdoulie there. Okay, Abdoulie.
No.
I know it's okay. Go ahead.
Yes, regarding the floods and all these things, for now, we have not seen major issues. And one thing I can confirm is the day I even went to meet him, he was in the trenches, you know, and I had to wait. So I have seen that. And for me, what I like most about the whole thing is that I think is what other people should have done. You go to NRA and ask them how many bulldozers they have, how many this they have, how many that they have. Virtually, they have very less of these things. What I believe for the council itself to have their own, you know, machines and so on. They cannot have everything, but at least the major ones, they have it. That would reduce the burden and the response time of council when it comes to crises and stuff like that. You know, so that is sustainable. Than all the time hiring experts, and sometimes they will not even give you a good job. You have to follow the processes, and it will take time while people are dying. So for me, right now you cannot gauge the 100% impact of what they have done in terms of the drainage also, because already it's work in progress, and also some of them
to test it.
Yes, but we think I silo mentor personally. I silo mentor is silo me along I comment. You see, for me, development, if you try to do it in a sustainable way, I love it. And sustainability doesn't mean you have to satisfy today only, it means tomorrow. So if these machines are maintained properly, even the next chairman who is going to come, it could be anyone of us, right? Could use them to do stuff. And that's why for me what I believe in fact. You see, if for example, you have young people doing that, and you have, let's say, NRA also been doing that. They have people
that be more impactful.
Special this thing now. You have a big pack where you have all this whatever. Most of the government contracts and jobs will be given, and then it will lessen the job. And then we will have local expertise. Because I know council must get somebody who will now be able to do the grader thing, the bulldozer, the compactor thing.
Yeah.
That also is building scale. And that will be left here. Now, that is a multiplier initiative, I make it. So we commend him for that, and commend the entire team for that. We want the government, especially the central government, to work. You see, if the central government works, believe it, the local governments can easily have it there.
All right.
But if that...
But see, one thing, you see, they said because they were doing the work themselves, but they got outside consultants. Yes. NRA should have given that service free. To complement. You understand? But I'm sure they paid or somebody gave them pro bono. But NRA should have been the one to offer that service.
Why you people your own did not start? Is it not because of this fight?
That's why I said they should. They should have.
Okay.
They should have.
I think Bob Karte Failal Nyataka Kumase to police the central government. No, that's the truth.
It didn't know political conversation. No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have 2 minutes.
No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Time over.
Malay, you only gave you one and go to life.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, but it's from the
Okay, so go ahead. 2 minutes.
So yeah, buba ñin karo ñun kuma da bakile. Nya jëm lefa diam la, left some key points so make it very clear. Because now understand a few weeks back, there was a couple of people melanongo that you know, I mean, Marcel Kono the video daughter, and then the video was circulating ko ha the Gamada Council ko etine yo do ko le but sa very job I understand. And then it's very important broadcasting and the more. Sure. That area ni wole mu fonko fish market woni fish market o ni wa fila ke bil le fonko bi mu jiyo you understand so men kata fish market o in kabra nata you understand kabri ya lo ye tank ye comme like ye tankole deda ye fina deda dama jano ko comme la ni joji be kala wolto anu ni joji anyanta ka finti kata but men kata wole mu nyuntu ko wole kata fonko me hanon ko be tinyatale jobo kata tango so joben be kana je you understand at the end of it abuka silo soto so when kabri ani do ko men baki kante silo be jere me alon ko nin chaman nin lafta sa abula nole I connect ano a joni vital but chaman ko no ato kela because why is not going to do that wala nyindu ko ni o connection on bon yo bloqué yo bondi almost you wait so by logo that's the way ning wala bina thala mola you know soul ko limo be da soul ko ama hajene so I mean ko nyindu ko natana ka sekti tanko leta ka londi ka every day or every 2 days no jokero blando ngamuta chekise ka bile ka saba ka bondi ka samba out of the community follow so what and that fish market when council is not having butut nada council is not receiving anything whatever income is coming from that fish market everything is going to the central government and then all this complaint of baby kala central government not even a single day take a step at least let's do something or let's join hands with council on something. Council is spending money there because why our people, the people Monmilan ko West Coast demo lemud will never sabatringe. But council kakatala all the time put ka ujiota ka sabaka boni.
And that's a lot of money.
And that's it's costing us a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's why we even bought a septic tank because of that fish market. And that's I am Koskoli Jamala. But so left them in a poor molia understand because now look I mean nin dolbe daro look at tinyaro keka.
And understand these things are not loan.
Where?
These machines.
No. It's from our
revenue.
It's from our revenue. You understand? So every year we pay.
Even though it's a hypothesis agreement.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's hypothesis agreement. So you know, when me along the revenue we generate kajo wala. So let them molia understand. Marsa wala mumo be. All the drainage will be for over 20 years, or 15 years, for almost 25 years. Kabi ye deda, will namla wuri. As we are speaking, you know, science and thing, molebo be wurkan, iba be wurkan. Ika doje for ika dum bitiko from fogo duma, bitiko kono duma. More have to do there.
This is very crazy. Bitiko manya na sila.
Ye bitiko le londi. Yes, because you know, ye bitiko le londi. Sewage, I mean, so
thank you, Bayo.
And the job will still continue.
Thank you.
At least, no more 100%, so don't know, but 50%. At least this year, inshallah, go.
Thank you so much.
Something important. You know, as a finance person, when these things are mentioned, it rings or whatever.
We should have a name.
Wait.
When we are about to start, you have to bring something up.
Yes.
And the listeners, they are my witness. When we are about to end, Ninko, Allah Barakah, something came up. They are my witness.
Wait, no. He asked a very important question. Is it the loan? Yes, you said no. It's paid from the revenue. I need clarification on that. What do you mean by that? Because you say it's a loan. You said no. It's paid from the revenue every month or something like that.
Yeah,
no,
it's paid from the revenue.
What is happening?
You have a contractual agreement with Espas Motors. Like when we were doing
So basically they pre-finance it.
Yeah, no. Espas is a 3-year agreement thing. So 3-year agreement thing. The agreement is every year we are going to pay. I mean,
certain
amount. And as we are speaking, you know, for this year, the amount we need to pay, that one is already.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it means they pre-finance it, and then you guys will pay it, but in 3 years.
In 3 years.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to be clear. So I was a little bit confused about that.
At a tune of 101 million.
No, the amount is relevant here, but I just wanted to know the agreement here, because when he asked the question, is it the loan? You know, the lay person will say, yes, it's a loan. You have to pay me, whether it's in 1 month or 2 months, but the bottom line is they bought it and gave it to you, then you pay later. Yeah. You understand? But it's an agreement.
Actually, every year we are obliged to pay like 33 something million.
I mean, it's doable. You guys make a lot of revenue. You know what I mean? Which is good. Which is good.
So you're able to do that.
The bottom line is let the people be happy.
Who's it go? Buba, to be honest, councils, even though being a miro sort of come back,
time of bandala.
Just say that. Even misalo thing being a miro sort of come back, as a kenole, but as a cable yarn on fana. The reason no for is like Kodoka Sutala, Manka Kodoka Suto. Kodoka Sutala, Ntangla Giro, Namiro, Wallon Yintiko. It's all boiled down to VDC stuff. You see, every position, I expertise learning in cars. Nim position of my expertise soto. I have a problem already. One thing I will tell you, Yanko coming on a force here. I became stupid sometimes. Because in Kasilanga come on, who is this man? How is he doing this kind of stuffs? Simply because coming Mandingola ko kamatara. Ikatara ko do kono, ika feel ko okay, this is very normal, stuff like that. You normalize everything.
When it is not.
All of a sudden, Moenan and Damarek, I call change.
And that's change.
That's change. I understand. That's change. Yeah. But you know, the most difficult thing on earth human being can, can adopt is change.
It takes somebody, a visionary leadership, somebody who's a leader, who has vision and really a people-centered person. The example here is, when you want to give an example of that, put Yankuba, put Shirifo, that's the answer there. No further explanation.
No.
No further explanation.
No, let me tell you. I'm not going to like Kwendi Damarek. Like I'm in Neneba for Kanyaming, out of all jokes. Yankuba, science. I can tell you one thing of him. If people say, "Ko, abuka mola time soto, abuka modangkung, abuka mola telephone ta." Sometimes, I feel ko because niaje ko fo, ika comparison mola ke. You understand? Maybe near landing kasikale every time. Well, near Sirifo kasikale every time. But you know what Yankuba brought in Brikama Area Council? He is on tax. Because I can tell you, on daily basis, Akakaito Mindama sign, this land transfer is in hundreds.
More than the previous.
More than the previous, you understand? And again, every single butut, I have a Findic council. Bojang, Buba, Gambians, we hardly read.
That's a leader just doing their fiduciary duties.
We don't read. The audit, our audit, Local Government Council, Local Government Audit and Finance Act. You have that. You have the Local Government Finance and Audit Manual. But yalo act lesembo rata manual onyenti. Act is a law. Nindo is an implementation manual. That policy is saying, telling you, no single spending from the council should go without the approval of the council. Manual or wallet is selling the CEO la damarek. But if you go by the act, so now imagine if somebody me alonko biya bo kekan every single spending, kay told me beka dung expenses ateleba be approval. If he is onto that work, he cannot be receiving calls.
Okay.
So
thank you.
The bottom line, he's doing the work, and people need to accept that because, like I said, the evidences are there. Okay. No evidences or whatever.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Left in the comment section, jele be more member for the nene yankuba hatle be mbajela and don't be nga screenshot nga
do you hate him?
Well, people look at for. So Mbadiola new show.
Did you hate him?
I will look at I will look at the comment. For more for be container yankuba here.
I know where my head.
No. But it's more careful.
So much.
Ntekajele.
Tukal jay baki mbafula le ko ala baraka baki nga nyine soto ale bi nga ker finding EPS10 ke jay baki al EPS abo download pour al si fen jamal keno je ale kaspa sanjani yeah buwa ker find tombe mol ko wandira le to alta cordal sanje corda kendel ba corda kende balle babulu ani of course kene ken sama babulu cordal orim bandingol fanam babulu EPS abo na le download al si kodo kino je witine mon 20000 isa kino batare man fenjo woto abo download biale kodo sen an lafta kra dawda the Sire Drame Mustafa Kamara Mamingom and Charles Elvis Com ito le muda camera to ni masimol to ku ngebe tindo keje baake arjuma nala be murana le ni ala kirita bye bye.
Welcome to Care Madam Sanyang, Bottom Sweden. This is another Care Finder masterpiece. Let me take you through it. The first thing that really blew my mind about this house is the crafted seating area just around the car garage. Amazing. And the door is soundproof and transparent. Man, I can't wait to see the rest of it. And now we inside. Look at the living room and how spacious it is. Care Finder, y'all always outdoing yourself. And we now at the kitchen area, and you can see me doing my flexibilities and the drawers are so spacious, and then they have a gas cooker. What else to see? Let's go. Now we in the guest room. Look at how big this guest room is. Super big and nicely decorated. And they have a guest bathroom as well. Man, I can't wait to see the master bedroom. Okay, here we go. We in the master bedroom. Look at how big and spacious this is. And look at how big and spacious the master bathroom is as well. Care Finder, man, you guys are always doing it right. And now let me take you outside a little bit. Let me check my swagger up in this. You can tell I'm killing it on the runway. So now let me take you at the back. They have a swimming pool. My God, look at how spacious this swimming pool is. I can't wait to really jump inside, to be honest. And they have a Bantaba sitting area as well, so you can just chill and have a good time with family and friends. And then they have swings for children or couples. This is the right spot, trust me. And this house is just next to Care Madam Seka. Up your sleeves for our next gated community. What is this gated community gonna look like? Because Care Finder, they always coming up with this special, amazing stuff that we don't even think about. So I really cannot wait for it. So in case you're interested, you can just call 4172215 for more information. And disclaimer, this property is not for sale, has an owner and not open for viewing. Care Finder is here for you.
Nyatimbo ntemu APS leti. Ndemu APS leti. APS Gambia le mu APS ti. Katun APS is 100% Gambian.
Bari nyatimbo ete ku furi mbala kentala di. Ke nyatimbo ntali taba futu wola. At least it ya fonte ko APS min kullo balbiji. Imo fon fonya fon ka fonyo ko ibina do ibodo ko APS jam fane mo fana fonya nyatimbo. Yo min fo enta sija. Ntanga moyro ko APS wallet isa kodo kinu min tata fa wuli muan ime charge fenna wala nta sindija
ako nyatimbo nkoy ko kabo transito kata wala fa wuli muan ite fenne dola womu zero file bitun kabo wo 20,000 la ka sele sal eke tamna eke charge mun fa abuka fensi 1% da malam lati
wota yara gamen no be nyanta wala kana APS wala tele mo baylo ko kodo ki ibadi ngol
yaje ni APS kabrin nan credit ko to bari men ko mayata be wala fa mo kas pawat ni suto be during suto be dibining abe tema biti kol sonda ila APS mobile lo sika ni asika to ya safe da men ko fen ko atondi nawek ha ni oto je nyamen do tachi ama ni ama do abanta ila kas power isa hawasima ajibe free joriti je
otambade ngameno albesito wulle fisiyata alna leta APS wallet yela lam baylo kon APS wallet nyaata doro barin kodo nim fata do suko kon to ru
ni be fo no le mol nyaala jam nim fata do suko kon ba fole
basiti jembita ndo register jede kadu sa APS 100% namum
APS 100% Gambia 100%.